Hey, well, we are tonight. We're going to talk about the twins who's twinnem. It's the Doppelgängers show, y'all. Hey, our Imitates Life live now. Let's go. I'm a filmmaker. I've worked in film, video, and television for over 30 years. I took a little break, but now I'm back. Hello, welcome to another edition of Art Imitates Live with me, Tanya Dixon, here to give you a lot tonight. We got a lot going on in news and entertainment and some fun. Well, tonight, we do Who Spiked the Tea. We're going to be talking about what's going on out there in the world. A lot of stories for you. A lot kind of went on this week. So we're going to try to move through that kind of quickly. And then we have tonight is the celebrity doppelgangers. Almost messed that up. The lookalikes, celebrity doppelgangers. Who are you twinning? Do you have a person out there that you look like, or someone says that you look like this individual? May not be an exact twin, but something very close. Do you have one of those? We're going to talk about that. The celebrities to the in-house team. It's going to be a fun one. So stay tuned. And you know how we do. Let's go ahead and hear a word from our sponsors. I'll be back to bring the team in right after this. Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon is being sponsored by Tandiland Global, bringing your multimedia dreams to life. Hey, welcome back. And now it's time to get it all started. We got a little late start tonight. I have to tell you, sometimes when you crawl up on the Friday night, it's time for that live. A lot of things go on. So we're sorry for being just a little bit late, but we're going to have a lot of fun in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and tell the team to unmute themselves. I'm going to go ahead and bring them in. Y'all come on in the house, see what's going on. What's going on?
What it is.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Good evening.
Welcome. Hey. Welcome to the living room. This Who Spiked the Tea coming up, but it's still the living room. How y'all doing?
All right. Indeed. I'm doing good. I'm
trying to adjust my sights over here. Well, you know how we do. We like to talk about what's going on for the week. I mean, there's so much that has gone on this week, but we'll just try to see what's going on in your world. And I would try my best to be very diplomatic about what's happening out there, because I'm so tired of hearing stuff that ain't even true. Let's just oh God, it's just way too much. It's too much. It's way too much. But okay. We'll start off with, let's see who's my first one of the night. Shelton's right beside me, and he was the first one to get here. And I'm gonna let you know something, Shelton. When you were in here, I kept right on passing by, and I saw you talking into the camera. And I said, I wonder if you think somebody in there. But I just kept passing by the room, and you were having yourself a good time. So welcome. How was your week?
Oh yeah, my week was really good. A lot of progress was made. A few changes though, but it's still the same goal. hitting that stage, you know, but it'll be closer to Broadway. The New York Film Academy called me up. All my, you know, my credits transferred over. You know, it's like it's a big deal. So I'm working on 2 monologues right now, a comedic one and a dramatic one. And I wanted to ask you personally, like, yo, like, what should I do? You know, like this is my chance to get into the New York Film Academy. You know, 17th and Battery. It's right in Manhattan.
Right. So you're
You know,
trying to find a model. Have you found one yet? Because I can help you to find one. You know, I would.
no, I
Like,
haven't.
okay.
I was asking Mike. I asked him about it too. I looked at John Link was on my. Is that my mic tapping or because I can hear that.
It stopped.
Okay.
Whatever,
Well, yeah. I definitely wanted to ask about a monologue. Do you have any ideas?
Yes.
Any advice?
Yes. Well, first of all, as far when I was learning how to script write, I went out there. And I didn't even know there's a whole lot of scripts that were published out there where you can read. And so you could actually pull a published work if you like, if that's what you're looking for, and find some spark. But make sure it's a movie that you're familiar with, though, because you don't want anything that you're not familiar with. And you go in there and you're trying to do it, and it's something totally different, you know, from what they're thinking, and that could be your chance going down the drain right there. If you do it in some strange way, and they're like, oh, you know, that really was not a drama, that was a comedy, you know. So you make sure you have some familiarity with it. But if you need some help in finding a script or something, then let me know and I can do that. But the advice that I offer people all the time, some people don't understand, like even when we're talking in the show here, on the show here right now, I always tell people, when you're kind of overdoing it, that's when you hit your point. That's when you're hitting your mark. When you feel like I am going over, because sometimes just in conversation like this, conversation is boring, you know. So that's why I rev y'all up sometimes on purpose, because regular conversation is mundane. It's just like this. Who cares about that? You want to be where people can understand and see this. They see you moving. So, but make sure your drama is depicting the part like you're really into it. If it is solemn, you're solemn with it, you gotta go with it. But it depends on the piece that you're doing. But sometimes when you feel like you're overdoing it, that's when you're hitting your mark.
I want to hit them hard, like, because I'm really screwed up right now about this whole, how I feel about these Albions and what's going on over there. You feel me?
Okay.
Like,
stick around after the show. I intend to make you feel better about it. So stick around after the show. I think everyone is, it's a lack of understanding of where we are right now. And I think that once you do hear the insights of some things going on, I personally will tell people I was very pleased, very happy when I saw the stir, because we've been needing this stir for a long time. This is the end of the control. And sometimes you got to wreck stuff up in order to clean it up. And when I explain that part to you, you really get it. But this is the end of the worldwide control that has happened on this planet for many, many, many years, centuries. This is the 5th civilization on this planet, honey. And this is the one that's going to make it right here. And why? Because we have a lot of awakened individuals who's going to help push us over the edge. This time around, the dark ones are not going to take us, but we'll talk about it in a little bit.
And real quick,
yes, ma'am. But it's been a great week.
Just to interject, Shelton Bernard.
Yes,
you said 17th and Battery, right?
I
just want to share with you real quick for inspiration. Number 17. It symbolizes self-discipline, compassion, responsibility, spiritual awareness, and wisdom. So gather all that you already have and allow it to flourish. Don't make it, because it's going to happen anyway, as long as you allow it naturally. You dig? You got
yes,
this.
sir.
You've already
yes,
had
sir.
it. Use it.
Thank you.
That's
wow.
It.
Is that confirmation?
Yeah.
That's up to you.
We're going to say that's a confirmation.
Right.
And we're going to talk about the letter 17 later on too. Okay. So we're going to talk about that too.
Thank you. Right. Thank you, Mr. Rickness.
All right. Well, you know what? We're going to move on to Miss Lady Veronica. How was your week, girl?
Greetings, everybody. Greetings, and more greetings.
What's up, Miss B?
I've had a productive week. Same old, same old. I just got a little extra going on, but it ain't nothing I can't handle.
All right.
You know, everything's gonna work out for the best. As long as I keep on doing my prayers, it's gonna work out.
That's it.
That's
You know,
right.
so
Right.
Right. Well, thanks for being here. All right, Margo, go. What you got?
I got not a super busy week. Some of it's been a little trying. Still haven't the water heater issue, so I still have woes with that. So I'm trying to keep my cool because the guy is almost want to throw the name of the company out there, but I ain't gonna do them like that just yet. We're gonna see if he gonna follow through. Besides that, um, just excited about the planning for some other stuff that's going on in the backgrounds. Definitely still more changes at work. I don't know if it's necessarily positive changes, but changes I have to muster through and keep at it. But besides that, I'm still managing to wear a smile. See,
Oh,
but
good.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Keep wearing it.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. All right, thanks, Margo. Go. Oh, I see Mister's on mute, so we're gonna run over here to the Rickness Monster. Give the Mister a moment.
What it is, what it is. As a matter
Rick,
of
what
fact,
you got? How was your week?
it was man, it was something. Actually, reconvened with a partner of mine. He does the Buffalo Soldiers, excuse me, presentations throughout, with Texas Parks and Wildlife all over Texas, obviously. And he invited me to do my first painting with the twist over here in Cedar Hill, here in Dallas, and it was my God, it was cold. It was so cold. We tried our best to keep it going, which we did. It was kind of frightful for me because I've never done one before, so it kind of got like my big toe and my ashy toe knuckles wet. And, it worked out real nice. He was like, my brother, he's a natural presenter. It's his first time, and he did it with a bang. And then from that point, it was like all the bugs, or most of the bugs, kind of like just left. I rated them, whatever, and it was a dynamite experience. Dynamite. It's like go back. Of course, we go back since high school. Y'all know Lewis. So we did that project together. It was a success. I'm looking to do quite a few more, and then between that, work, job, I'm gonna let it be where it is. It's not worth even talking about until Monday. But other than that, I'm still here, and I'm glad to be here with y'all.
Good.
Glad
Good. Glad to have you here. Yes, definitely.
It was dope.
All right, good. All right, Lady Whimsical. How you doing, Bridget? How was your week? Oh, Bridget, you on mute.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey. You're good. We're good. How was your week?
Going by really fast, very busy. We had some storms down here in Texas this week, and it kind of I can't say it didn't set us back schedule, but it really did. My kids had to be home for about 3 days because of the weather, but we're basically packing. Found a house, thank God. Found a house so we can meet our March 1st deadline to move out.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Thank God for that. Yeah, just trying to take care of all my business. Like I have my hand in so many different pots. It's crazy.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to keep everything afloat, keep everything together, keep my kids from driving me crazy, and keep them from killing each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I can do that, I think I'm good.
Okay.
So far, it's working.
I ain't mad at you on that. Okay. Well,
Hey, Miss B, you're very beautiful doing it.
Everybody is froze.
Oh.
Oh man.
She's freezing a little bit, so I guess she's kind of in
From
and
my end, I don't know, but from my end, it looks like everybody is froze.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm having trouble a
Oh,
little bit off and on. And you know what? I see Bernard over there in the chat. We're gonna see what he has to say in a few moments. But first, let's get the Mister. Turn him loose. Michael, what you got going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's up, baby?
Hoping everybody had a blessed week, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, life is what it is, and life presents challenges. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
but you know, like as the old song goes, we shall overcome. You understand? But
Yes. Sir.
As far as my week, man, my week been up and down. It's been an emotional roller coaster. You know what I mean? But like,
It's one of them nights, huh?
you know what I'm saying? But then that's when I say I respond like I'm supposed to. You know what I mean? So it don't even matter no more.
Keep it going.
Nah, man, it's been I've been chilling and things have been revealing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's receiving wisdom, I guess, important wisdom. You know what I mean? And so, you know, it's a give-take relationship. So I kind of been dealing with that, man. But other than that, I guess the good news for me today was I got to talk to my academic advisor. So I finished up my, I guess, registered or signed up for my last 2 courses for this public safety executive leadership certification. And it's all them words make it sound good, don't it?
Yes. That sounds like you have authority.
You took a couple of classes, man. I gone over there. You can teach leadership or something. Right? But anyway, and then something that I was gonna put off because I was just tired. And, you know, I went for my bachelor's just out of boredom. But I started talking to that lady, man. I think I done signed myself up for a master's program. On accident. On accident. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and do it. Go on and do it.
You know, they ask you them questions. So she asked you them. So basically, I done bought me an extended car warranty, basically. You know what I mean? But,
congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you for doing that.
We'll see what a master's in cybersecurity get me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hey, congratulations, dog.
I appreciate it, man. Congrats to you too, people.
Hey, man, you keep setting the bar higher, man. You know, I'm gonna keep chasing.
Well, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on my shoulders and I'm gonna carry you somewhere that way, man. We good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Mister. Thank you, Michael. Oh man. I had one of those weeks too, y'all. I had one of those weeks that was just a little crazy. It's kind of a blur because each day was so much all by itself. But what I have decided is that I've got to dismiss that. I'm going to have fun tonight, and then like biblically speaking, each day don't worry about tomorrow because each day has enough trouble of its own, and that's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about tomorrow. I'm just going to chill with y'all tonight and let tomorrow and each day take care of itself. So that's what it is for me, But you know something, y'all? A lot of times in the show, we talk about self-help. We talk about, all kinds of things that, to make us better in ourselves. And last week, if you all remember, we talked about exhaustion. So let me show y'all something. Tune into this here. There is a young lady, a beautiful, beautiful soul who is going to be featured here on Our Imitates Life soon. Her name is Lexa Lure. Look at her. Look how cute she is. And she has
done like a doll.
Yes, she has a book. Yes, it is called The Remodel. And I'll show you the cover here. So you can see more about it. It's on Amazon. She says it's restructuring my reality and repairing generational trauma. And we all have talked about that before, the generational traumas and things that we have been through. And so I look forward to having her on the show. I want to hear her story. I want to know about the book, and you can find the book right now on Amazon. So I want you all to check that out. But take a look at her again. She's so cute. Look at her.
Yes. She is beautiful.
She is beautiful.
Some of doppelgangers.
Yes. And so, Miss Alexis, we will be in touch with you very soon so that we can actually lock down the time to be on the show. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna have her on the Soul Spot 101 to bring her in here with you all, and so that y'all can talk to her. So we might do some of both, depending on what her schedule is. I'll have a talk with her this week on that and see what we can do. But I just wanted to highlight her because I feel like what she is doing is so important when we're looking at the soul and looking at ourselves and our history and how it shapes our story. So the remodel, I like that. Lex Allure, and we'll be looking to her like again soon. Well, you know what, y'all? It is time for some tea. We got a lot going on tonight. So y'all might as well get ready. I see y'all looking around doing all kinds of stuff. Y'all might as well get ready because I am going to put you all to work. I want to see some talking people because I got a lot tonight. First, we on this tea.
Let's get busy. Let's get busy.
First on night. Y'all ready?
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yes.
What's up, Anderson Paak? What's up?
You can take over for Wendy Williams.
Oh, you know what? We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Yes, here we go. Hey. Welcome to Who Spot the Tea. And I'll tell you, I'm not playing. There's a lot of tea tonight, and Chelsea, I'm glad you brought that up because that is probably one of my first stories where I'm going tonight.
Hot topics.
Yes, it's a hot topic, y'all. It's a hot topic. And a lot of hot things happen this week. But my specs look a little dirty, but I think I can see. Just might need a little window washer, but I think I can see through for now, But let's go ahead on into that. Now, everybody's gone on and done something. Everybody's kind of off camera there for a moment. So y'all come on back when y'all get a chance.
I'm back.
Y'all know how paranoid I get when I'm on the camera. I said, y'all know how I get. But this week, Sherri Shepherd announces the return to daytime TV with her own talk show, Sherri, My Dream Come True. Now, if you all haven't heard it, I think that the Wendy Williams show is done for now. It's going to go away really soon, and what's going to take over is Sherri with her show. And I loved seeing Sherri on there. I think when she was hosting the show, I felt kind of safe with her in that seat because she's gonna joke. She is a comedian. She could take places and go far, but she's not offensive far, So there's a limit there that goes on. So she doing this whole thing. I'll go ahead and read to you a little bit of this because this is kind of crazy that I know her producing partner. We've met them in the past. Sherri's new show will inherit the time slot of the Wendy Williams show, and she and her producer partner, John Murray, will serve as executive producers along with executive producer and showrunner David Perler, who held the similar roles for 12 out of 13 seasons of the Wendy Williams show. And so, if you all have seen it, I think she's got it. I didn't like some of those guest hosts that they had over there. I was like, I'm kind of done.
I miss Sherri on the Jamie Foxx show. She was.
Sheila.
Yeah.
Sheila.
Oh my God.
She made it funny at times when, the things would wane a little bit. She was on the girl side because Gabrielle Union was cute, but she's not funny. So Sheila's character made it funny, and brought something to the table that we were not used to seeing. And you know something? Before we go into more of this, do y'all want to hit the chat real quick? Because we had a lot of people talking in the chat. Mike, you want to hit the chat real quick before we go on?
Can I apologize to everybody before y'all go any further?
Yes,
I'm sorry, y'all, that I cut out. I don't know if y'all heard me. I thought I muted everything, but I'm so sorry.
Oh, we didn't hear nothing. You good?
Okay.
I'm
sorry.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. You didn't hear a thing, so you're fine. You're absolutely fine. All right, Mike. What you got?
Yeah, so right off the back, you got Shamika Nicole in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Going hard in the paint, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Just
what's up, Miss Shamika?
You know what I mean? She's letting everybody know that they're beautiful. So she's basically, you know what I'm saying, greeting everybody. And then, as far as congratulating everybody on their accomplishment, Sheldon, you got a shout out.
Hey, Miss Shamika, how you doing, baby?
Yep. And then Rick got a shout out. I mean, basically anybody who said something, she gave them specifically a shout out on what they got going and on their accomplishment. And then Mr. Bernard Savage, you know what I'm saying? When Rick dropped the knowledge bomb, he was like, yo, bust their head open with it, Rick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whoever, I'm gonna say whoever, and you know, Miss Margo, I guess you rock you that hat because it's on fire in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so basically the congratulations is kind of going on back and forth, and so Lone Star's in the house, as Bernard say. So we kind of good with that, and you know,
right.
Despite what you got going on, Lady B, you still shining, even though the kids tried to drive you crazy. You got the and your lip color. She love your lip color, girl.
Yeah, she beautiful. She beautiful.
Thank you, Shamika.
You know what I'm saying? And, it's a lot of, you know, basically it's just a lot of praising everybody with the opening of the show, and she is waiting on this tea. So she got some tea. She got a cup ready.
All right, we're gonna go on back to this tea. It was Sherry and her people doing the new Wendy Williams new Sherry show. Okay,
congratulations to Sherry.
Big congrats to Sherry. Let's see what.
Real quick, as we waiting, Miss Lexa Lewis says, "Thank you so much," with a smiling face and hearts everywhere.
A beautiful girl with a beautiful soul. There you go.
You rocking that green hair though. Yes.
Yes, she was. Yes, she is. Yes, she is definitely. So I still can't wait to do that interview, and so we're gonna do that really, really soon. I'll contact her this week. And so. All right. Okay. You know, we're talking about this whole Sherry thing, and they kind of like saying the viewers have been impressed by the unique comedic twist that Sherry brings. It's like we were saying just now, you know, she has a certain thing that she brings to the show, but they're also saying that this bittersweet moment for the partners at Fox. You know, they're saying we all have a great love and affinity for Wendy, who grew into a true icon during her 12 incredible seasons as a solo host of the live daily talk show, dishing on hot topics and interviewing celebrities, you know. They say that since Wendy is still not available to host the show as she continues on her road to recovery, we believe that it is best for our fans, stations, and advertising partners to start making the transition now. They're saying we hope to be able to work with Wendy again in the future and continue to wish her a speedy and full recovery. So it's sad, you know, after so long, Wendy had 12 seasons. A lot of people don't get 12 whole seasons like that. And it's just sad. That's kind of like the end of an era there. But, you know, sometimes it happens that way, and greater things will be on her horizon. So
are they going to keep it the show, or are they just going to change the name?
I think it's going to be a whole different show done by Sherry and her partners, and it's a whole new. But I wondered when I was looking today, I wondered if she would keep some of the staff like Norman and Suzanne and all that. What is she keep some of the staff?
Right. You know what? Well, let me say thank you to Wendy for bringing us such a good show. I used to watch her every morning. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna get them hot topics at least. I was gonna get the hot topics, but I thank her for what she did for so good for so long, and it ran its course. But you're right, she can jump into some other endeavors and stuff, and I wish her the best. But Sherry, she a good one, and I'm not criticizing, but it just Wendy kind of makes it like she attacks the people when she's, you know, doing her show. Sherry makes it like the comedic twist. It's more receptive, I guess. You know, it's warm. You know?
Yeah.
So
I think that sometimes with people with their style, it's like this show as opposed to some of the other shows that's out there. We on this show, we might talk about some things, or laugh about something, or even get serious, but we're not here to attack. We're not using that to get attention. We are doing, just straight talk about facts, and then we give some of our opinion, but we're not attacking folks. But some people want to be, I always said this when I was in radio, some folks want to be the shock jock. And if they're the shock jock, then that's how they get their attention. Like we talked about the blogger Tasha K with the whole Cardi B thing. That's the shock jock thing, where you talk about everybody really hardcore, and then something might happen and you get more attention.
It backfired on her. It backfired big time.
Yeah. But she got her another prop this week when I think Nick Cannon had mentioned the whole thing about her not paying Cardi B yet, and they showed a clip and she said, "I ain't got it." And so that was on the Nick Cannon show. They love that.
It's funny how like you talk yourself into a check you can't cash. Yeah, you ain't got it, but you never had it. Rick, shut up.
And wait a minute, Bernard says, okay, Wendy Williams replaced Tanya with the T. Okay. The thing is, she's dirty with her tea, though. She was dirty with it sometimes. I can't do tea like Wendy. Wendy was spiking and sipping and spiking again. It's a bit much.
Wendy was that if you're gonna,
it's like a family. It's like an auntie bringing a dish to a family reunion. Like an auntie bringing a dish to a family reunion. Ain't nobody touching that. Ain't nobody touching it. Let's cover it with 4 and then move on. Let's put it in the trash.
Right. Okay. Say, Bridget.
I was saying, if you're gonna, my problem with Wendy was that if you're gonna bring a hot drink, okay, we all have issues. We are all a hot mess. Don't put it out there as if.
She froze.
She froze in a weird pose on here.
Yes.
She's in the church.
And you froze, Bridget, and you froze in a way that they really just love your freeze.
On my end, I'm still going, and everybody else is freezing.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
So I'm sorry we missed your point that you were making. You didn't talk about what she was doing.
I'm gonna type it. I'm gonna text it.
Okay. You put it in the chat. You put it in the chat, and then I'll highlight it on the screen. Okay, cool. Well, you know what? Well, the whole thing, we're going to wrap this whole thing up about Sherry Shepherd and Wendy, because I got a lot of the stories to go to, but you all know the backstory is that Wendy has Graves' disease, and because of that, in a thyroid condition, and because of that, she had to stop doing the show. And so that whole situation that we've known for years is going away, and we'll see what Sherry has to offer us. If she does like she's been doing for the last weeks, it'll be a great show, and I will be tuned in. Especially at that time of the morning, I'll definitely be tuned in. All right, so let's see what's next on the T here, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to the next T. My system is freezing just a little bit, and I'm dealing with it over here. So y'all just bear with me for a moment. I'll tell y'all to do the stretch. I just can't type it to you right this moment. Okay. How many people saw that the Brat and her lady got married this week? And her twin flame Judy Depart, they got married right here. They did the 2/22/22 thing.
I saw a picture of it.
Yeah, so we're gonna say congratulations to her. We're not gonna send too long on that. Yeah, just a big congratulations to Brat and to Judy. We'll move on from there. But who is that ringing? Okay, now this story here, I don't know if you all are familiar with this particular show, The Proud Family. I don't know if you ever heard that. Okay, the animated series. Okay, Dejanay Jones, voice actress Karen Molina White. Accusations of colorism in The Proud Family. So as you all are watchers, I'm going to lay this out for you. Penny Proud, which is voiced by Kyla Pratt, stole our hearts in late 2001 when the Proud Family made its network debut. The series made history as Disney's first Black animated series and ran for 4 years and then went off the air. In the decade since the series premiered, the show has received backlash for perpetuating racist stereotypes. Now the series is revived again, and the showrunners face pressure from viewers who suggest that the Proud Family has history of being problematic. I'm going to lay some things out real quick. Really should have put these images there so that you can see. But if you're familiar with the show, or you can go look at it, you can see. In an exclusive interview on Distractify, that's the name of the particular Distractify.com is where this article is located. Karen Molina White, who plays Dejanay Jones, addressed the controversy and accusations of colorism surrounding the Proud Family reboot. Said when you talk about Black culture, you have to mention, Karen. I said before she made her big screen debut, she was in Lean on Me. They talked about that and how she was in The Cosby Show and it's in Different World, Fresh Prince, Living Single. We saw her in all these things, but ever since she's been there in the Proud Family, they cast, as a cast of Black and brown people. And she says that was, pivotal moment for, Black and TV. But what the issue is, let me just get down to the issue of it. Dejanay, her character in the particular series, is the only dark-skinned character in Penny's friend group. And she said she has a total of 8 siblings and a tendency to be the troublemaker. And there is a petition, out on change.org, and is citing these characteristics, among others, as the reason why the Proud Family is potentially problematic. According to the petition, my tongue together today. The petition says the Proud Family has always had issues with colorism. The petition's creator writes, Dejanay Jones is depicted by a dark-skinned girl with a terrible attitude, also noting that the character's aggressive and impulsive behavior, which are negative tropes that are often associated with Black women. And they're saying, I therefore call upon Walt Disney Company to cancel the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. That's how the petition reads, or at least redesign the role of Dejanay. What do you all feel about that?
I think that's nonsense. We have enough hard time as it is, even as having our platform, because it's still a representation of just melanin of so many different scales. It's only a problem if you make it a problem. Not everything is a war. Stop turning battles into war. You know what I'm saying? Stop turning pebbles into mountains. We've come so far, and yes, we have to go through our trial and error. But don't be. You don't have to be the enemy. But the question is, are you playing the part as an enemy, making a problem when there's really not one? You're talking about canceling or anything to that vernacular. You're pretty much the same person that you're talking about. You're pretty much the same opposition that you're talking about. Can we be a family? Can we continue to be a family with different entities and things that we're perceiving in life, without you being the greater or part of a greater obstacle? Can you do that? Can you look at the big picture? Like, are you the same problem? Are you really the same? Have you thought about that? This one little entity, or this one thing, that's something for us to grow from and learn from and stem from. But not everybody resonates with that. Perhaps she has a significant component about her character that speaks to so many people. You want to single out the dark-skinned one. You're no different than these cats talking about, I don't want to deal with Black women. I don't want to deal with this and the third. You're feeding the problem. You're feeding the problem. That's my perspective. That's my take. Y'all, what y'all got?
Okay. Anybody else?
I think it's a little. I think it's outrageous too, really, because if you've ever watched Married with Children, and you like that show, then you can watch the Proud Family and like that show. Kelly and Bud are some of the dumb, stupidest airheads. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is.
Great on that show, and
right.
It's a great show.
Done much change back,
Okay.
And I think people just looking for a problem, just trying to make something of, you know, it's just crazy, you know. They shouldn't take that far.
But didn't you just see? I'm trying to think of. Oh, go ahead. Somebody was about to say something with Michael. Somebody got to say something, or Mike, go ahead.
You got it. Yeah,
I was going to say, didn't we just see this on another show recently? Basketball wise, they focused on colorism on that show too, and I'm just saying. I can't say that I've seen it as a favoritism or even on that program. I just think that some people are creators of things. I mean, what do you all feel? Is it warranted? Is when it comes to these shows something that needs to be focused on with showrunners, or is it just something that is kind of played out? It's a yesteryear thing.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I just feel like this him. You know, somebody made it up, so I feel like whoever made it up, they're some way form or fashion they're associated with the arts, right? The arts of creation. And if you're an artist, your art reflects either, you know, you personally, the time, the mood, you know what I mean, that you're in, and things like that. So when it comes to movies and television and all of that, look at when the Proud Family, whatever the show was made out originally, right? It was made in the late 90s and 2000s. What was we doing? That's how the hell we acted.
Right.
Hey, that's a good damn point.
Yeah,
that's a fucking.
It's a reflection of the time. You know,
that's
so
a good
we fast forward however many years later, and then we say, well, that was racist. Duh. At that point in time, that's what we were. And maybe it still exists now, but if that's the case, whatever you don't like, change it.
The truth hurts. The truth hurts.
Like, so I look at it like that, but you know, when people like canceling out and it's like, oh, this, that, and the other, you know, I know they're different, but I compare the complaint process the same way as Uncle Ben's and Angel Mama. You did, regardless of regardless of what time it was in, you had black people's face in the stove on products.
At least appreciate that.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm very curious as to how you all feel about that. Because I went to the store one day. I heard about the controversy. I went to the store one day. I was looking for Aunt Jemima, and I was like, "What's this? What is this?" And I didn't know they had changed it so quickly. You know, I had no idea.
And, they couldn't wait to take that shit out. Yeah.
So what do y'all feel about that there, you know?
I not like it.
And all I was alluding to, man, was just, you know, you can complain yourself, you can cancel yourself right out of, you know, existence, and then you be complaining that that you ain't represented no more, or whatever the case may be. It's a reflection of the time. Now, if you want the people to acknowledge it, to say, hey, we realize this, then fine, have them redo it. But like to just cancel the damn show. Now you got a show that's supposed to come out on TV. If they cancel it, that's another opportunity for whomever at the cast and actors and all. It's missed now. It's gone. It's delayed.
And you're right though. Truth be told, it was people like that, man.
But didn't they did something similar to an actual show that Roseanne showed. They didn't cancel it. They just pulled her out because of her racist comments. And they kept the rest of the cast.
But that was an individual's comments. You talking about a show as a whole that's just perpetuating stereotypes.
Well, the individual's comments, they pulled her out, but it was they were going off of her name because that was her show. But they still sit there, change the title, and they pulled her out. And don't know if they killed off her character or what they did, but the show still existed. It continued. The show still continued. Now, if they restructure or redo this Proud Family show, I don't know how long that would last or how much funny it would be, because that was, like Mike said, for that time frame and what we were doing then. And I don't think too many people were even really offended, because they understood what was really going on and what it was meant for, and the audience it was meant for. But
if they do,
yeah,
go ahead.
Like Justin is saying, I think on some of it we getting too
sensitive.
I don't want to say
too sensitive.
Yeah, on some things it's like we don't necessarily have to go that far on that. Let's look at the bigger items and the bigger things we really need to tackle when it comes to that colorism and stuff like that. But
and watch the Redskins like that too. You know, they changed the whole thing on watching the Redskins because of the native son.
Yeah.
True.
Right.
True. Well, it ain't watching the Redskins no more. Something else.
And I was like, what's this team? I was lost.
The who, what team? Where they from?
Washington Commodores.
It's no different than even incorporating Black people in video games. For instance, there was this argument, which I was like, yo, what? Granted, like, what was this game, Resident Evil? I'm a fan of.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Now, in the beginnings, there were no Black folks. There were no other races, really, other than white. And then, hence, here comes Resident Evil 5, which took place in Africa. First, they were complaining, ain't no Black folks in it, you know, this and that, third. Now, it's dead center in Africa.
I could have been that.
You know, in the fictional place in Africa. And now we're turning into like zombies and mutant creatures. Now they're offended. Why are we turning into this? Wait. Ain't no pleasing you. Ain't no pleasing you. Like, I don't know whether to be pets or serious membership at the local knowledge store. They need something to do or need something done to them. Like they have nothing to do. You can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? You want to make it just so fixated on what you want and only you, but no one's echoing the same. No one's echoing the same thing. It's just you. You the only one with the problem. Like, what? Get something to do. Cheers.
But you know what?
For Rick,
I'm glad you. Oh, go ahead.
Somebody can hear me.
Up,
can anybody hear me?
Yes.
I want to piggyback off on that. To me, it would seem like colorism, and we're always talking about different issues with racism, discrimination, all of that, and it seems that a lot of times we want to acknowledge it. We want people to acknowledge it. We want people to do something about it. But at the same time, when you acknowledge it, do something about it, it also starts to whitewash our history, because a lot of things happen, but because someone is offended by it, now we have to correct it in a way that pleases everybody. But then that turns reality into a lie. So
by trying to please all, you please none.
Well, you know what? I'll say this. They're saying a little bit more on the article here. They're saying, though the series has a cult following, others on Reddit agree that Disney may have dropped the ball when it comes to the portrayal of a dark-skinned girls in the series, of the dark-skinned girl in the series. They say, as a kid, I didn't see many Black girls on TV, so I scoured every episode of The Proud Family, hoping that Dejanay would shine or get her affections reciprocated, and that rarely happened. So if you all feel like this piece is a person who's just being a little more sensitive, I understand. I understand that we want to see a representation and a proper representation of people on television, but I think right this moment, I'm more along the lines of happy to see a lot of Black shows and a lot of Black people popping up more on TV, and we get everybody in there, and then we can start to shape some things up. But right now, it's good that we get in that door.
If they did the reboot, they would have to make Dejanay more mature. She would have to show some progress. You see what I'm saying? Because if you look at the age that they were at, they had an adolescent age anyway.
Right.
Well, back that ass up was a jam back then, so she had a right to act like that. Oh, I said it. That's juvenile song. Okay. Well, that they were acting like that, you know. So again, if they did do the reboot, I think it would be funny if we could see them mature into young women. Kyla Pratt is beautiful right now.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
she's
look at it like
right.
this here, man.
Right.
I look at it like this here. If you gonna do all of that, you know, America is a free country and all this good stuff. Hey, they got film festivals every year, somewhere around here. So
Yeah.
you know, if you don't like what they're doing, then go out there and make you a film, write a script, make you a film. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So you know,
my favorite character was Sugar Mama. She had me going at a whole bunch. Sugar Mama was on the game.
Wasn't it Harriet? Not Harriet. What is Harriet from the Family Matters? But what is her name?
Her real name? I
Yes.
don't remember her real name. Do y'all remember her real name? I don't remember right offhand.
It starts with a J. It starts with a J.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember.
I think that's her voice.
Is she a part of the series too?
Yeah, her voice.
That's her voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
Joetta Payton. It's Joetta Payton.
I love the uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had loved
You know what?
the uncle that looked in the show.
Well, I had to check it
From
out.
the cartoon.
Now that it's controversial, I got to see what's going on. You know, see what's happening there. But
I get it though. It's like, hey, we know a lot of things we know, but if you looking for somebody to acknowledge or make an apology, tell them what the problem is, what you discovered. See if they acknowledge it. If they don't acknowledge it, then you can try to ban them and say he must still hold his views. But you don't know who's grown and who's matured and who's what and who's not. So if you feel like there's a racial undertone, call it out. Give the people a chance to, you know, say something, you know. And if they tell you they respond the way you want them to, fine. If they respond the way you don't, then y'all hash it out some way. And if you don't like whatever's going on, then damn it, change it.
But they can go. They can go to the projects and find Dejanay. Right now.
Well, let's do this. Go ahead, Mike or someone. I'm sorry, putting pressure on Mike. Hit those the comments that Shamika made in the chat, and then I'm going to flip something on you all and see how you feel about this. So, Mike, go ahead and do that.
As the ladies was going back and forth, you know, they having real tea conversations, talking about bridal dresses and kids, talking about Me Too, girl. I know that's right. I mean, what I just do was that stereotypical? You know what I mean?
Shamika made a comment about the petition. So, what did she say on that?
Well, man, I'm scrolling.
Okay, all right.
I've seen a whole bunch of you know what I mean? Because we were talking about Wendy Williams being replaced, and Wendy's tea was like when Celie spit in Mr. Daddy's tea on the show. Next time. The wedding dress is beautiful, as Judy says, instead of beautiful. A Bruce, she put an R in there. Make sure you put that R in beautiful. Okay. This petition is doing to merch. She got them R's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? She said because everyone on the Proud family have different personalities, which most of us probably know someone who fits each one of those personalities. You know what I mean? And then as Rick says, cherry picking sensitivity. You know, picking and choosing, you know, the ones you want to try to have, kind of how women be doing men. Look here.
No, he didn't.
Oh, that was a slug. That was a slug for real.
Sip on some of this tea. Like,
who you shooting at?
I like Mrs.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's talk about it.
And then she helped us out with Joe Mary Payton.
Yes.
Mama, yeah.
All right.
She ain't said nothing about number 5, Kids Next Door, voiceover Cree Summer. You want to talk about that?
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Kids
She
next.
was
Really?
one of the alphas out of the group. She was an alpha female out of the group. You couldn't tell her nothing. You couldn't come up with no nonsense. She was one of the ones that was like, hey, this is not going to make any sense. Why in the hell you do this? Like, what are you thinking? Like, she played the role. She played leadership. She played a leadership role.
It
was fun. It was whimsical. Like, if you're going to do something, if you're going to say something, cover as many bases as you can. You don't, it's not a matter of covering all the bases because, like I said, we only have experience. We're not experts. So if you're going to use this one thing, do it in comparison with other subject matters or other platforms as well, not just this one that's suitable for you because it's only you. You're the only one yelling in the room. You're the only one yelling in the room. And the loudest one in the room is what?
Say it again.
Weakest. They ain't strong.
Well, you know what? I am going to flip the script on you all just a little bit because you've been talking about maybe they've been a little too sensitive over here with Dejanay on with the whole Proud Family thing. What about this story? Let's just flip this just a little bit.
Yeah,
okay, this story is Rosie O'Donnell issues a public apology to Priyanka Chopra for mistakenly thinking she was Deepak Chopra's daughter. Okay, check this out. Rosie O'Donnell has apologized to Priyanka Chopra Jonas after mistaking her for the daughter of author Deepak Chopra. The comedian revealed on TikTok that she recently embarrassed her son, her girlfriend, and Fran Drescher when she approached Chopra Jonas while dining at Nobu Malibu. O'Donnell was in attendance when she noticed that Chopra Jonas and her husband, Nick Jonas, sat nearby. She said she didn't know Chopra Jonas' first name and had always assumed that she was Deepak Chopra's daughter. So she says, "Hi, Nick Jonas. You were great in Kingdom. And hi, I know your dad," she goes. And so I guess Priyanka says, "You do? Who's my dad?" And she was like, "Deepak." And so Priyanka says she was like, "No, Chopra is a common name," and she felt so embarrassed. So with that, if you're flipping it to the other side, do you feel like she was racist in some way for thinking that Chopra, the connection was there, that just had to be her daddy, or is that being too sensitive?
Are you in show business?
No, it was an honest mistake.
Are you in show business? Are you in show business? Are you in show business? Just like, do you know your potential peers? Hey, excuse me. Do you work here? Do you see what the Hallmark apron on? Like,
it's like that.
It's an honest mistake. I mean,
I think it was a mistake.
Think of it. Okay, watch this. What did we just do with Sugar Mama's name? We couldn't even figure out. We couldn't even think of it.
Right.
So imagine if we watch TV and we submerge ourselves in these people's lives, and we don't know who the hell their name is when we thinking about it, and we mix up people and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
But can someone say, is it too sensitive to say, or someone to say, "Oh, they're all Indian"? See, we're talking about Indian now, not Black. That they all are the same. Would you think that's too sensitive if someone said that?
I'll depend on how you take it, because
I think she wasn't thinking.
Well,
I don't think she was thinking.
I'm not making an excuse for her at all. Do your research. Know how to approach the question.
I mean,
it could have been a mistake.
Yeah, don't make assumptions. But that's the thing. Like, if you don't, hey, how you doing? I know your daddy, because I done did it as a kid and as a man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I remember in Johnson High School, I ended up slapping. Can't think of his name. I slapped the shit out this boy back in the head. You know, when you got a fresh haircut, people walk up. I think his name was Q. I think his name was Quincy Brown. I'm from the East Side. I walked up behind him, smacked him in the back of his head, thinking he was Byron McKinley.
See?
You know what I'm saying? And when I hit him, of course, he turned around and stood up, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like when I seen his face, I was like, "Damn, I you know, okay, dog, I like this man." You know what I mean? Because I thought it was somebody else I knew. Now that was.
Did y'all end up boxing?
And I did.
Nah, we didn't
No,
box,
I
man.
was like, "Yo, hey."
Yeah, I think he seen the look on my face and was like, "Oh yeah, he's sorry." He didn't mean it. But I'm only saying that because we do it all the time. Nobody's perfect. I feel like you can tell if somebody's being intentional. Like that guy in the restaurant, they got towed up, and you know,
with them slaps.
Tanya?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Hey, what's going on? Y'all good? Okay, cool.
What?
No, it's like, hey, y'all cool?
Yeah,
Y'all
but I
good?
think
I stopped myself because I can keep going and give example after example, but we'll keep going down the rabbit hole. So let's pull back and get back to what we were talking about.
It's all good. I got distracted over here. Rick sent me 1,000,000 pictures. And I was going through his pictures. It's like a photo shoot.
I just want to make sure I wasn't giving any minimums. That's all.
I mean, but I would say it's like a photo shoot over here, and I'm like,
you can choose whichever one you want. I just make sure I'm not giving the minimum. That's all.
I got you, baby. I got you. I'm gonna hook it up too. I'm gonna hook it up with him. I'm gonna hook it up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God! And you know, and the one like the two in comparison, like they have like the same likenesses. Do that one last. I got a hard time with that one growing up.
Okay, right. I got you on that one. I'll do that last. All right, we're gonna move on to the next story. I'm trying to speed it up a little bit. I got held up for a moment because I was doing a little posting, so I got a little distracted while I was posting. Okay, Tommy Davidson accuses Jamie Foxx of being merciless to him on a set of In Living Color. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm just gonna give you a little bit of the story. And we don't have to concentrate on it too long, but comedian Tommy Davidson has revealed a rift between himself and fellow comedian Jamie Foxx, as it says that he hasn't been in contact with his former and living single castmate since accusing Foxx of being mercilessly mean to him early in their respective careers. Okay, Davidson, who detailed the whole nature in his memoir, Living in Color, What's Funny About Me, recently spoke with Page Six about his current dealings with Foxx, and whom Davidson says he has not reached out to him since the book's release. He says, I haven't actually heard from him, Davidson admitted. I threw some light on this because the book actually was about how my honesty can help the reader. So I just pointed out all the situations I was in that I was able to eventually transcend. It was really a roadmap for the reader, not only understand something, but to overstand it. So I'm just going to give you that, and we just talk about there. If you have somebody in your past who was just absolutely a mean and like a little tyrant to you, and you bring it out in a story to say you, should that again be sensitive to the other person, or what do you feel on that? Is his truth? Is his truth? So what do you all think about that?
I feel like that certain things should have been handled at that time. If you feel a certain way about it, wait till later on to like make it seem as if all this time he or she did this and that and the third. Versus, I remember one time when this brother, this sister did this and that, I was like, man, what the hell, and it's like, but that put in perspective, or we hashed it, whatever. But I think that was like a funny moment, this, that, and the third. But it's like directive, like he did this to me, she did this to me. It's like you have undealt with issues, and now for the purpose of content, now you want to make it prominent. Like I guess I don't want to say clout chase, but I feel like if you have undealt issues, and now you want to bring it to the light, to me that kind of looks bad. It kind of looks bad. It's kind of like your child crying with late tears, with dried up tears. to me. But Jamie, Tommy Davidson, it's crazy because I've been watching him all week on his old school stand up with his Al Jarreau impressions and this and that third. And then I watched another interview with Christopher Duncan on the Jamie Foxx show, and he has his ill feelings or experiences with the show as well. I don't remember if it's personally with Jamie Foxx, but I would say I won't be surprised because sometimes when you get bit by the Hollywood bug, sometimes you can't smell your own asshole. So,
right.
I think Tommy has a right to speak his truth, and maybe it took Tommy that amount of time to deal with that trauma. Maybe that was traumatizing to him to have somebody that he possibly could have looked up to in comedy treat him so badly. And it may have scarred him. It may have took him a while to get rid of that luggage. You know what I'm saying? So I respect both guys in their craft as in comedy and what they've done for comedy. So I like both of them and what they do. I just think, again, Tommy he's telling his truth and people take it out of context. It's just like, yo, man, like, I ain't mad at him. He went on with his career. I went on with mine. We're both successful. I'm just telling you what this dude did to me. You feel me? So I think it's okay for him to speak that.
I think did Chris Rock do that too? Like when they come out and they told their story, and I can't remember who it was, but they told their story and they said they was looking up to folks and they pretty much laughed them and booed them off stage. You know what I'm saying? I forgot which video I seen.
I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna find out. No.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Chris Rock. It was it was Marlon Wayans. It was Marlon Wayans.
Oh yeah, Kamala was kind of telling that story. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Marlon Wayans. And so Marlon Wayans told his story, and it almost seems like certain careers and stuff like that. They have a culture. Like, if you go to the league and NFL, the rookies get messed with, kind of like hazing, if you will.
Yeah.
So I'm noticing a trend when people tell a story in comedy, they say that when they went and tried to get on, they kind of got laughed at and shunned, and it was kind of like, this is going to either make or break you. You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask something.
The discussion that they had prior to Marlon Wayans going on, to my remembrance. That he was going to do this, and Chris Rock did that, but Marlon still proceeded to do what he wanted to do, regardless. And
can I ask a question about that, though? Do you feel that it's because it's comedy that people feel like they can get away with that low-key, low-grade hating? Because it is comedy, they can make a joke of it, but it is a form of hating. What do y'all feel?
Depends on the understanding. Depending on what's established. What was the premeditated? What was the conversation that was had before it took place? Otherwise, to me, it's hating. When you're deliberately doing this to me, we've never had a discussion like, look, I'm gonna throw this out here. It's like improv. I'm gonna throw this, I'm gonna throw that. It's a discussion. This is what I'm going to do. So you can be prepared or get prepared. As long as there's an understanding prior to the incident, there's no room for complaint, especially if you locking in or, hey, brother, appreciate that. I didn't think we would do it, the cause and effect of it all, so unless there's like an actual dialogue in terms of what was going to happen, to me, it's hating because I don't get no introduction from you. Now you're doing all of this and then the third, and then you want to call me names because I responded to how you treated me when really, I admire you, but this is how you do me. Like I'm making it happen for myself. I didn't ask you for no pointers, but you're gonna give me misdirections with your heckling and whatnot. Like, are we in this together or what? What is your intent? That's the whole thing. What is the intent?
But is this Jamie's reputation? Because he also did it to that one comedian. I don't even know that comedian's name anymore. But he roasted him. On you know what I'm talking about, Mike?
I saw that. We was like, I don't know who this brother is. That type shit. But that's the thing. If it walks like a duck, it's not eating dog food. So that's just what it is. That's
yeah.
So I look at it.
Doug Williams. Excuse me, Doug Williams. That comedian's name is Doug Williams, and Jamie killed his career. Yeah.
Wow.
And
like Biggie mentioned Kwame, and
it's to me, it's like not just hating to see if they'll make it or continue with that, you know, their comedic desire, but it sounded like to me they scared since they've been in the game for so long of this hot new thing coming and being, you know, funny or funnier than them to a certain extent.
That's what, that's exactly
like
what I was
that could
trying
be
to
a way to look at it.
Yeah, I was definitely asking about that from that standpoint, because it seems like there is a free fall to do it. Like, you know, a lot of comedians work for themselves. You know, they have a manager and they're kind of on their own. And when I see it happen, it just seems like I'm hazing this person, but at the same time, I'm low key hating at the same damn time. That's what I was wanting to know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. You'd have to get that man's character.
The character is going to show voluntarily and involuntarily from experiences or what they say. This is my truth. To me, I've learned that my opinion, that's a lot of bullshit in terms of my truth, because it's the truth, the ultimate truth. Because a lot of times people leave out a lot of things that lead up to a certain event. So you're going to cherry pick the sensitivity to get an audience or the clout chase, or like I said, to gain an audience. But what is your true intent? And really, people can tell when you're cherry picking sensitivity. Well, certain people can, but you know, that's my take on that. But it's you think that they have that, you think with black comedians or we should stand together with this and that, whatever. But man, please, nah. You gotta be. What's the word? You have to be. You have to have a sense of discernment. Okay. You have to have a sense of discernment before you hug or before you shake a hand. You have to have a sense of discernment, but. Sometimes we go in and with an opportunity, and like we find out who they truly are. And what Maya Angelou said, believe them. Believe them. When they show you who they are, believe them. That's it.
I get you.
Right. So how many of y'all believe that man? How many of y'all believe that man is doing what he's doing on purpose and intensity? Y'all think he's doing it to stay relevant? I mean, do you think he's doing it to stay relevant? You think he's doing it to try to be funny? Or you know, or what you think? I mean, because I know, y'all know I'm gonna play devil's advocate. It wouldn't be me if I didn't.
Well, look, when you go to a roast, that's what happens. Like when you roast somebody, we used to rank on each other all the time, Mike. You know that.
Yeah.
We didn't take it personal.
Now hold up. Now that, like I said, it depends on the intent. Because my black behind wearing XJ900s and Pro Wings and got caught live on the news on the campaign coach of kids. Oh, they couldn't wait till I got to school. They were roasting my ass. I was like, just and ain't no reason yet.
But nowadays, if you do that or the kids do that at school, it's called bullying. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different time, different breed. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you know?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I'm with you on that. It is different time and different breeds, but at the same time, having a collective understanding. Nah, bro, you know my dude, you know what I'm saying, da da da. Hey, let's go, you know what I'm saying, da 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 da. Well, if they're constantly making fun of your faults and your mishaps or your lack of having what everyone else has, at that point, I believe that what they say is what they mean.
In Tommy Davidson's case, what was his issue?
I think he might have just been speaking his truth. I mean,
you know, hey, this happened to me. This happened to me, but the way I received it, you know, I went home and gave up on comedy because of that. You know, okay, that's
he used it as a story to show his that he overcame.
Right. Well, you know, I'm saying it's like, for example, so you overcame that moment, cool, but hey, but I felt like this when this happened, and sometimes when they talk in their stories, they just be saying, hey man, you know, this one time, you know, my own kinfolk Sheldon, man, you know,
he could have told his story without actually having voiced any names. Like you can tell your story without actually having said, well,
but true, very true, very.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like I put something in the chat just now.
We,
You can tell your truth without snitching on somebody. That's all
I got you.
it's called
Like I put
But
something
it's
in
not
the
necessarily,
I put
not
something
necessarily.
in the
It's what actually
dry
happened.
snitch.
It's what actually happened.
It's what happened.
Like it's what
Like,
actually
if I
happened.
know
And
about a person behind the
in
scenes.
our life, but we don't really want to bring nobody's names into it because
Keep my name out your mouth.
Well, I'm like this. I don't feel a need to
we
always
saw
be
somebody's
diplomatic.
name in black and white and saying this person did this to me. If it's not true or partly true or anything like that, you do hold yourself to a standard of being sued. So what I'm saying, if you really want to get your story out without the possibility of getting sued in the end, just like old girl with Cardi B. Was it Cardi B or
Cardi B?
Minaj? One of them.
Yeah.
Leave somebody's name out, and you can leave their name out, and you can still tell the story, or say,
But at the end,
I'm gonna call him Peter. I'm not gonna call him by his real name. I'm just gonna say his name is Peter. You ain't gotta call nobody out like that.
But at the end of the day, Jamie know what he did, and he knew his intentions to Tommy when he did it. The same way he knew.
But
say furthermore of this.
Let me
make my point.
Know his intention. It's all about perception.
My point is this: if I know what I put in the chat just now, then Tommy knows stuff too. Okay, Tommy has been experienced, probably the victim or the recipient of such heinous activity. So therefore, if I decide I'm going to tell my truth and I might make a comment about somebody, then it is what it is. It might help me to sell my book. Hey, who knows? I'm just gonna be straight up. Or it just might be just me telling my story. Genuine. Yeah, I have seen a lot of things behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. I have not chosen. I have just simply not chosen to speak on some things. Would I ever speak? I don't know. Like right now, I don't know. But all these years, I've just chosen to keep the secrets that I have seen with my own eyes, not the things that I have heard. And you make that decision when you get to that crossroads, and you're giving a work of art to the public that you want to be set off from somebody else's work of art. So you're going to tell some inside stories of some real stuff that has happened to you, and it just might touch somebody else. So that's how I feel.
Well, also, we have to remember also, like sometimes the things that people are going through at that time, that we're feeling some kind of way, kind of in a sense playing devil's advocate, but Tommy Davidson put himself through in terms of experimenting or whatever you want to call it. Perhaps he could have been overly sensitive or trying for help and feeling like he's being attacked at so many different angles too, any little thing. So we also have to consider that, because his past is not hard to find. He did put it out there in terms of what he was doing and things of that nature, but also his triumphs as well. So I consider that also. Really, Tommy Davidson versus Jimmy Foxx. Tommy Davidson is one of the reasons why we have Jimmy Foxx is out here. He's one of the reasons. He paved the way. He put in work. So go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Michael.
Unmute Michael.
Get that gumbo out your mouth.
Nah, these trail mix. Look at him. So I was gonna say, if I know I'm rogering up for a show, I know in advance. that I'm getting on this show because I'm Tommy Davidson and my schedule is full. If I know that this is this person's actions to me is part of my story, I can call him up and let him know. Say, man, in my revelation or in my epiphany and recollection of whatever was happening to me, this came up, and it was a experience that me and you had that caused me some strife and pain in my life, but it only affected my decision, but it's part of my story. I wanted to just kind of let you know that's where it is, and I thank you, brother. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Did you go direct with that person first?
That's what I'm saying.
And to let them know.
You don't have to.
Then,
you don't have to. You really don't.
You're right. You don't have to.
But you have to make a decision when you come to that crossroads. I'm going to use myself as an example. You think that if I decided to be transparent, then I'm going to go back and find all these people? Hell no. I'm going to tell myself.
From Jamie's side though, because I love Jamie Foxx. Like I said, I love both of them. From Jamie's side, could he have been looking at job security? Nigga, you're not gonna come take my job. My bad. I'm sorry, Miss Dixon. I'm sorry. You're not gonna come take my job. So if you know that this is a cutthroat industry when you get into it, it's a cutthroat industry once you get into that, and you know it's survival of the fittest and whatnot, and whoever appeases to the crowd more, that's who's gonna get the job. That's who's gonna get the biggest movies. That's who's gonna get the biggest scripts, the biggest roles. And like I said, Booty Call was one of my favorite movies. I thought they got along fine on screen.
But I have a question for you. This is just a personal question for everyone. I don't care what your position is, your job is. If someone was, and these are the words that was used, mercilessly mean. If someone's mercilessly mean to you at anything, would you just tuck it in and never talk about it and go back and tell a person to stroke them? Hey, I'm gonna put this in my book, or would you?
It's not stroking. It's what it is out the top. What it is, it's called a fucking mutual respect. Rick,
but you don't have to have that. You don't owe that. Right now, somebody was mercilessly mean to you. You don't owe that.
All that. Rick, right now, I'm just saying because people, oh my God, and this is one of that sensitivity shit. Rick, right now, if I go and tell my story to the world and say Rick did some bullshit, some hoe ass shit, he did some old fake ass shit, and I went out there and bashed your name like that, you won't have a fucking problem with me because you're gonna be like, Mike, what's up, fam? You could have came at me first. You could have hollered at me about that, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Who gives a fuck about your feelings if I'm putting my shit out there?
I bet.
But that's
okay.
The
but they had a prior existing relationship, is what I'm saying.
They didn't.
But hold on. There's no mutual respect. But here's the thing. Sometimes people will dry snitch. They will snitch on themselves any damn way.
Look here. Right. If I met you in '98 and I decide to tell some shit in 2022, regardless of that, we done work together, we done cross paths. You don't have to do a motherfucking thing. But if you're gonna sit here and do that, you know, you just be like, hey fam, I'm just letting you know, I'm just giving you courtesy. You don't have to do a damn thing. But professional courtesy, that's like something in the game. If I'm gonna do something that's gonna throw your name out there and it's gonna have backlash on you. Like, I don't know.
Maybe that's you my professional courtesy when you were not.
It's funny because last week when I was saying that, when I was saying a motherfucker don't have to do this, a motherfucker don't have to do that, they don't owe you nothing, right? We was talking about this last week in part of the show, right?
Yeah, right. We're talking on. I spoke on a personal sense.
But,
thank you.
I'm talking. If you're mercilessly,
oh, go ahead.
Mercilessly mean, it's like a slave owner to a slave. You don't go back and tell your slave owner, hey man,
like a pimp.
I'm gonna tell our story, but I'm just giving you a heads up. You might get some backlash now, but I'm giving you a heads up.
Is Tommy Davidson mad at Jamie Foxx now in 2022? Yes or no?
I don't think so. I think he's at peace with that. Somebody's knocking. I don't think he's mad at him.
So that's my thing. Like, are they at odds? Have they ever did anything together as grown-ups? I'm just saying if there's an established
relationship. They have not spoken since In Living Color. Let's just start there. They have not spoken.
Booty Call came out after that.
I mean, that's what he said, that they have not really spoken, and they might have been cordial working together, but talking to somebody and relating to somebody is a totally different thing. So therefore, that's been a long time. If this man wants to come and tell his story, you have the absolute choice, and this is the professional courtesy that you can optionally give someone if you want to go and tell anybody.
So do that. Either do it or you don't
have to do it.
Got it. You don't have to. Nobody has to do anything. You either do it or you don't.
It is absolutely your choice. It is your book.
So why are we talking about it then? Why do we give a fuck about what they talking about?
But we're just talking about the issue at hand. So I thought.
No, I'm saying.
Hold on. Wait, no, here's the thing. No, you're talking about mutual respect. You're talking about
That was what I was getting at, mutual respect. But if it ain't mutual,
it's not. Like it's mutual. Right, that's what I was saying. That after he basically put it out there, if somebody was torturing me, like I had a supervisor who I felt was torturing me, true story, when I was at a job. And if I ever decided to tell that story, you think I'm gonna look that bastard up and say, guess what? I'm gonna tell our story. No, I'm gonna light that sucker up in my book. Now, what?
I guess it depends on what lifestyle you come from. Because you embarrassed the wrong motherfucker, you got consequences to deal with.
I don't have to even think about it that way. I'm doing a professional book here, and if you decide you want to take it that way, that's your problem. If I decide I want to put it out there like that, I know I've got to deal with consequences.
But don't they got to get permission? You know what I'm saying? Don't you got to get permission before you slander somebody?
Not all the time. Not all the time. Depends on what the situation is.
For me, I would say that's
that lawsuit hit because
the main component that is forgotten about, again, mutual respect, but more so it's integrity.
Pre-existing relationship or whatever they had.
Welcome to the entertainment industry. Y'all on some integrous shit. I mean, y'all off on another page. You do not have to be integrous when it comes to the entertainment industry.
And listen,
it's a totally different, deep, dark, dirty thing. You can do what
Tommy never said nothing.
Me that mess.
From one grown
Tommy never
to another. From one grown ass person to another, you're gonna blast their thoughts out and not have an understanding. You're just gonna leave it at that. You're gonna start off with he or she did something fucked up to me. So you never even engage in the opportunity of like having a conversation about it, and much less throwing names out there.
So what about
keeping it?
But you get
if you have mental issues and you don't want to keep it general, but you want to blast off names, you want to throw.
Then what kind of music do you listen to, sir? What kind of music do you listen to, sir? Because
you're no different.
People do it in songs all the time. People send shots in subliminal songs and do this shit every day, all day. Beyonce made a platinum record off Move That Stuff to the Left. Move That Shit to the Left. She made a song about that. Lemonade. She made a song about that. The Beehive ate it up. That's her truth.
And guess what?
You see what I'm saying? Do you think she talked to Jigga? Do you think she talked to Jigga and said, hey, Jigga, Jay-Z, I'm finna write this song about you, baby? No. She didn't. She went and did that.
But better yet,
writing about him.
More current.
Okay, let's see. Get the ladies real quick. First of all, I'm gonna get Bridget, and I'm gonna get Margo. Bridget, what did you say?
I said actually, Jay-Z. I read or heard an interview, and he said because he knew how bad he messed up, he knew what type of songs she was writing and putting together in her album. So he supported her artistic expression. I mean, at the end of the day, she's still making money. So whether he supported her or not, it was still gonna drop, and she was still gonna make millions.
That's what I'm saying. She was gonna tell her truth.
He supported her because he knew.
And obviously,
she told her.
Obviously,
it was her.
Oh, Margo.
Obviously it was bad enough. It was bad enough for Solange to attack him in the elevator. So he really messed.
I remember that video.
So, because I'm like, man,
I'm telling you, I think there's something else happening on that.
But on top of that, I just wanted to mention that more current songs, Kanye is taking shots at Pete Davidson due to, the relationship with Kim K and and him. So it's getting done, whether certain people like it or not. But like we were saying, like the previous existing relationships or friendships and stuff like that, if people are true to that, then they'll take that into consideration before throwing that out there in the book and stuff. But if not, like Tanya was saying, like it's not warranted that you have to do that. That's your book, that's your story, that's your truth, stuff like that. I would hope that there are people that still got a heart and a mind and, carry that value or characteristic within themselves to do so. But you know, it's real rare now. It's real rare now.
Well, you know what we're gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna move on to two last quick stories, two quick things that we got to get it through, and then we're gonna move on to the living room. Okay. Wait a minute.
I need to put my foot up.
Wait a minute. Yeah, go ahead and read the chat real quick. Michael, stop chewing for a minute and read that chat.
Who their mouth?
Well, you know, really ain't too much came up after that.
You see Shamika going off about that, so go ahead.
She is, I see her.
I guess something. Well, I don't know. I guess the chat I'm looking at is not the right chat.
Okay.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's a long. It's some stuff going on here. All right. So let me go and get. So she said Rosie wasn't racist. She was stupid. And then that was just plain statement. It wasn't nothing to think about. Yeah. She said, I think Rosie was trying to seem like she knew more than what she knew. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be cool, wanting to acknowledge somebody, and you know, hey, I know your daddy, you know, and then got embarrassed. You know, got straight embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess since I took Shamika down the nostalgic road there, she said Quincy Brown and Byron McKinley was both wine with the W in there at Johnson, so I never got them confused. Okay, you know, you had motivation to keep you, you know, you know what I mean. Anyway. And then I guess she went on to say that Jamie was calling J-Lo hey ho. So it seems he was trying to bring others down to build himself up. That was one of the comedy specials or something, wasn't it? Or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then Rick comes through and basically said, dry snitching, let people tell on themselves. Shut up, Rick. You know what I mean? So so, and then Shamika came back. She said, Tommy don't owe Jamie nothing. It seems Jamie has issues with people named Tom. He stole Katie from Tom Cruise, and now Tommy D said he was tripping with him. So she pointed out the similarities.
Yeah. Right.
You know, so.
Because he was low down dirty.
And speaking of Katie Holmes and Jamie Foxx, when they went through their little ordeal and Katie dropped her book and her tell all, do you think she went to Mr. Fox and said, hey, I'm about to tell? Hell no.
Well, we don't know what goes on in them people's lives. We're not in it on a day-to-day basis, you know. And that's the thing.
Why she didn't do it?
I've never understood how we dive into these people's lives and then let it entertain us. But we got perfectly good lives that's right there in our hood. Why we don't talk about
Me
that?
Too. I love our lives right here. I love our lives right here.
That's just me, though. I've always felt like that as a kid. Like, it's like, well, damn, them people, you know, they humans too, you know. We touched on it before, like Shaq and the other man that be on the show with Shaq, that played for the 76ers. What's the damn man name? The basketball player.
Charles Barkley?
There we go. Them two.
Yeah.
When they said, hey, I don't want to be your kid's role model. They should be looking up to you, not me. Why I gotta change my life because I'm rich. You know what I mean?
You know what? That makes good sense.
Yeah. So we do the same thing to these people. They got reality shows with these people on here. That's how in tune with their lives we are.
That's programming, and you definitely keep your kids away from the daily programming. If the weather woman wasn't so fine on the news up here in Philly, I wouldn't watch the motherfucking news. This woman is, hey, Mike. Man.
Hey, man, we gonna stick. We go.
That's the only reason I go to Philly, dog. That's the only reason I go to Philly. Try to get a glance. I'm like, man, if I see her, man, I can give her eye contact for 2.5 seconds, and I may have a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Let's get these last two things going. Last two stories going here real quick. This one's going to be just very fast because the other one's a little bit longer. Tom Ford faces backlash over disturbing lipstick shade and names. Okay.
He's
Tom Ford
racist too.
but check this out. Check this out. Worse. Is facing a backlash over disgusting names of some of his products after people noticed the luxury brand sells lipsticks in shades such as Age of Consent and First Time. Age of Consent and First Time.
That's definitely too sensitive.
Yeah, they said it's creepy and repulsive is what people said. Because really, if you look at what goes on in the priming and in the grooming of children, it's not appropriate. It's horrible to see someone who is doing that, because young girls, they want to idolize women and their makeups and their looks and everything. Age of Consent, First Time. They groom these little girls and little boys all the time. It was their whole practice that they did for years. But now people are waking up and they're quickly seeing this stuff very quickly compared to how they used to.
Okay. I digress. I take my comment back. That was not sensitive. I understand your point of view, especially about the kids. I thought they was going to come out with something more vulgar, like cum cream or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
what I like.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to wear that lipstick, but yeah, you go ahead and have that one. I want to wear that lipstick. But
strong shade.
But yeah,
but look, it's Tom Ford though. It's Tom Ford.
Yeah, but the two that he actually used, that is creepy. That's really creepy.
Yeah, that's very creepy.
How old is he? How old is he?
57.
Too old. Too damn old. And you're basically saying to a little girl, age of consent. Yeah. Consent for what? Besides, we know what is consent for.
Well, first time for what? For the other lipstick name. First time for what? What did you get this time?
Right.
Yeah.
They very classically did these things to always groom these children. They very classically did this stuff.
So he should be canceled and he shouldn't be having backlash. He should be canceled. It should be more than backlash.
Right.
R. Kelly said it seems like he's ready, and then you see what they did to him.
Oh, yeah.
R. Kelly did a whole lot more, but I'm hearing a whole lot. I'm hearing some loud sounds.
Like breathing.
What's that? I hear music.
Okay, it ain't Mike.
What? It's on my phone again?
I know it won't me. That's all I know. But it stopped.
Hello.
Who?
Oh, it's Veronica.
Wait. Okay. What? I just read the chat and I'm like, what?
Yeah. That's some.
Oh my God.
Is right there, but we talk about that on post show.
Say, man, you got man.
I got my tea from the kind of tea that I have on that individual came from deep dark, someone who knows all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
so
why
that's behind the
I'm
scene.
sorry, lady.
Yeah.
We didn't bring up the main one, August Alsina and Jada Pinkett. They had an entanglement. Was he wrong for outing her? Was he wrong for doing that?
I don't think he was wrong for telling his story. I really think that she wanted folks to know. I'm just gonna be straight up. I think she wanted folks to know. That's just me talking though. I think she wanted.
She could get that hot young tender. Is that what?
Yeah. I think she that she had the tender.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. All of this stuff, right?
They both allowed. Bill and Jada allowed. So
all this stuff in this entertainment industry, right? Everything, all the commotion and the drama, it all line up when somebody getting ready to release something, man. The man got a book. He talk about Jamie because he want to start some controversy, so you'll go buy his book to see what else juicy details he got. August Alsina and Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? He wanted a leopard and she wanted a little young thing, a little young stallion. You know what I'm saying? Knocked it like the.
Did you say a leopard?
Well, you know, that's older than a cougar. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, damn. Teach me something. I want one too. I love exotic. I love exotic.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, I like it. Twin flames.
Yeah,
Just been calling them by name now. Just been calling them by name now.
Michael, just like you said, things brew in order for something like to pop off. It's no different than you know, with the news media, with ailments and sicknesses, with you know, what I want to say, the current situation we're in terms of the pandemic or whatever. You have something brewing, and then eventually, only for it to release something else. There's always an end to the equation. There's always an answer to the equation. Always has been. The same behavior will carry on as long as you are a part of a certain level in media. It never changes. It never changes. In Hollywood.
Hey, so I mean, but we out there. You know what I'm saying? It's out there. The information out there. You know. But what you gonna do with it once you get it? Miss Tanya, what you got going on, Mama? What you saying? What's next? We're gonna get
I'm going to last one here. I'll let y'all talk. I got the last story here, and then we're going to because you know I'm still over here preparing for the living room. I still got stuff I'm doing for the living room. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of little things I'm putting together because of y'all see me y'all stuff, but I'm over here trying to get it all ready. Okay, so the last story for Who Spiked This Heat before we actually move on. Now, this one is on the nasty side. Really nasty side. Okay, Diddy, we know it's gonna be something. Diddy almost let Tupac's fiance Kidada Jones drink his urine, according to him.
Please, excuse me, I gotta.
What? So, hey, okay. He getting ready to put out a new album.
They been talking about Kelly or something. What's going on?
Huh?
What's
this
with this pee?
Like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Let me drop this tea about the pee. Okay.
What the fuck?
Diddy's former bodyguard by the name of Gene Deal recently sat down with the Art of Dialogue and touched on some interesting topics, including the 90s East Coast, West Coast hip-hop rivalry. And during this conversation, he recalled the story in which Bad Boys mogul almost let Tupac's fiance drink his urine. Okay. According to Deal, Diddy was at the award ceremony where he thought he had a chance to win Producer of the Year. So shortly after the ceremony started, he said that Diddy took one of the pictures on the table and peed in it. Now, Kidada Jones, which is Quincy Jones' daughter and Tupac's love interest at the time, soon wandered over to Diddy's table and struck up a conversation with him. Okay, she was talking to Puff, and then the next thing you know, she reached over to the pitcher and poured a glass of the ginger pee. Okay, this is what the bodyguard said, and then she was about to drink it, and then the bodyguard stopped her from doing it. Okay, so Deal went on to explain that Kidada Jones, who was also friends with the mother of Diddy's children, which was Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, was involved in the vibe party that preceded Biggie's March 1997 murder, and that possibly could have been the reason that Diddy was about to let her drink the urine. And so the bodyguard says, nah, he didn't stop her. I guess he was going to let her. We was all guilty at that time. No lie. We was all guilty. Wolf was the only one. I think Wolf knew her personally too. I didn't know who she was at first. That doesn't really excuse from not saying nothing, but and they said when asked if Deal thought Diddy knew Jones was Tupac's girl, he confirmed, yeah, that industry shit is so close. I could tell you a million girls that's married to the rappers, that's been with rappers, with this one and that one that I used to put in a cab every morning at 9 o'clock from Puff's house. They all do the same chicks, man.
Probably had.
So look here.
Probably
Look
had.
here.
They probably
Look
had.
here. You know I like.
They probably had. They had stool and urine breath. Rick, shut up.
So let me tell you this here. You know I'm finna stir this motherfucking pot here. Look here. So y'all, it's people like, oh, that's wrong. He should have said something. The bodyguard said, oh man, he was just gonna let her do it. He didn't owe her a motherfucking thing. She came to that table, picked that drink up, and tried to drink it. She thought it was some liquor, some alcohol, and she was about to drink his piss, and he ain't had to tell her a motherfucking thing. Nah, straight up. He didn't have to tell her. It would have been nice. It would have been nice if he'd have did it.
That lady was not meaninglessly was what was it? Mercilessly meaningless? How was it?
She sat her ass down at a table she didn't chip in on and was trying to drink for free. That's what it was.
That's Quincy Jones' daughter.
That's Quincy Jones' daughter.
She didn't put in on that
You know what? Puffy, I'm not gonna say nothing about Puffy. Puffy might have me whacked. I'm not gonna say nothing about Puffy.
There's a feedback somewhere.
I can't say anything about Puff Daddy.
Right. I understand. But I will say this. That's horrible. Everybody pretty much knows. They knew Kadada. They know she had been with Tupac. I think she was with LL. She had her little relationships industry when she was growing into herself, you know. And everybody knew her. Yeah, and everybody knew her. And so for her somebody to almost let her drink pee, that's kind of ugly right there.
They don't owe her a damn thing.
Look.
But how come Puffy didn't get up and go to the bathroom? That don't even make sense. Like,
in the last scenario,
Margo, say that again, Margo. What do you say, Margo?
Like, what is he doing peeing in pictures at the table? Like, what's going on?
Thank you, Margo.
Yeah, like
it be some weird stuff.
Yeah, like how you playing that off at the table? Just
right, exactly.
Like, man, get up and go to the bathroom.
That's some nastiness all by itself right now. All by itself. That's some nastiness.
No, look at it.
I've heard some horrible things about Puff over the last few years and what he does to other men and you know, I don't want to be in the industry like that. Like, I want to have my own market brand and shit like Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have to go to Hollywood to shoot a movie because Austin is just as beautiful, then I'll do my shit over here. You know what I mean? I don't need Hollywood to shoot a movie. I can go right home to Austin, right out here where I'm at. I can make it happen, you know, on my own.
Yeah. You see me,
and I want to do that, but yeah.
Because I'll tell you how to sing about that.
But as far as getting in those, I mean, I don't. Now listen, in Kadada's defense, I mean, did I say it right?
Yeah, Kadada. Mm-hmm.
Okay, in her defense, I don't mind it with a few miles on it as long as it's still dry. I said that as nice as I could.
Wow.
I mean, she look, she's Quincy Jones' daughter. That's still a Rolls Royce, damn it. You know what I'm saying? It's still a Rolls, baby.
Right.
As long as the turtle wax work.
What? I ride it till the wheels fall off.
As long as
the engine catch fire, huh?
Hey.
As long as they get the tune up, as long as they get an oil change.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all sound like some old ass men sitting up under the shade tree.
Hey, we got a 12-pack.
Y'all sound like old men sitting up under the shade tree.
Oh,
now, look, you can pee where you want to pee. And you ain't gotta be you ain't supposed to be picking up random drinks in the club anyway.
So, I said earlier, know your environment.
She might should have drank it, and that would have helped her in the future to not just pick up stuff and drink at the table. It would taught her a lifelong valuable lesson.
Quincy Jones been in the industry, did the same shit in the industry. Ain't nowhere in hell you're a grown ass woman and being in the industry, your parents in the industry, you don't know or have.
Well, I'll say this: maybe she just thought they were more cool than that, Rick. You know, sometimes, like, because I have a feeling that with Kidada, her being around and growing up around it, she probably just thought that she was a little bit more cool and was not going to be treated like a groupie, an average groupie, considering who her dad, was and her history and there. So I can understand to a degree that she probably saw herself as not that.
Build a relationship just to tear it down. There's enough opportunity you can see their true self.
If
like,
you
we know.
But we're not. We also have to look at that. These kids are traumatized, man. When you grow up in the industry this big and this corrupt, you are traumatized. PTSD to the max. We don't know what kind of mental stuff going on in Kidada's mind. I mean, Tupac was a big deal, and he got gunned down when she was just with him in the hotel room. He left there and got killed. That's traumatizing.
Right. You said we don't know what's going on in the minds of those people. You want to know why? Because they had lives that didn't pertain to us or concern us. So if we wasn't in their business, we still wouldn't know.
And you know what? I'll say it this way. We've been talking about Kidada, but what about Diddy just being used to just doing all kinds of stuff, and we just ended with that. Yeah, we'll just end it with that.
Yeah, him with them challenges for that cheesecake and all that stuff back in the day.
You know how his behavior. Diddy he's never been that secretive about his behaviors. Like those interviews he does. Hey, daddy, we party together, daddy. Come to another grown ass man, call him daddy. Like, bruh, like what? This isn't a hello. This is who I am. Like, bruh.
He was just used to doing what he wanted to do.
That's
he was used to doing what he wanted to do.
Eating the demon.
You know what? Yeah, I've been over here preparing, and y'all talking has helped me to get a little bit more time on the prep. But it's time to leave the tea. It's time to go away from the tea. Y'all should be good and drunk on that tea now, because we have had enough. We have some feedback. That's some strong feedback there. Gotta solve that.
I don't know what that is.
Right. Wow. That's Jiffy.
That's Bridget, I think.
That sound like
okay.
That's Putin. That's Putin. We're cyber warfare is on the way. We'll talk about that later. When my foot's up.
We'll talk about that later. Right. Okay. That's it for Who Spikes the Tea. Stay tuned. Okay, you know what, y'all? I am gonna be ready. So I tell you what, I'm gonna run to open it for the living room, and then we will get into it. Let's go. And welcome to the living room. It took us a long time to get to this living room tonight because that tea was just heavy. which is heavy with stuff tonight. And I knew it was going to take a moment to get here, but, I just still wanted to go through some of those stories because it's important to me, what you all are thinking about some things. And we got a little heated there for a moment. And that's the spirited conversation that we have when we're spiking the tea and in the living room. So as we go in here, tonight's topic is celebrity doppelgangers, lookalikes, who's your twinnem? And ever since Michael told me that title there in my head is just me and my twin over and over and over. I just keep on saying, my best friend. That's all I can do all week. All week. If y'all know the song by Coy. Wasn't that Coy Lemonade? That song was in my head back when, and I had let it go. And then it came back again. We got some feedback going on. Okay, now we're back in. Okay, so when it comes to the doppelgangers, let's just give you a quick little something about doppelgangers. That is German folklore, a wraith or apparition of a living person as distinguished from a ghost. A concept of the existence of a spirit double, an exact but usually invisible replica of every man, bird, or beast is an ancient and widespread belief. This is the whole German thing. We made it into our own thing later on. So I'm giving you the history. To meet one's double is a sign that one's death is imminent. That's the whole German history of this. The doppelganger became a popular symbol of horror literature, and the theme took on considerable complexity. So it goes on, some things were all, but what we look at is when we look at the doppelganger, some of the people look alike, like very much identical. Some people have just resemblances and all. And so we just thought it would be fun tonight to focus on celebrity doppelgangers, but then go over and talk about ourselves with our celebrity doppelganger as well. So we're gonna start off with the celebrities who have people who look like them, but then we're gonna flip it and go to ours and people who they say we look like. Okay, and so but I actually like there's a person in the chat. They said, I've been told my doppelganger would be Jack Black when I've got my hair grown out, and when I have facial hair. When I've got my hair cut short and I have clean face, I look like Kevin Hefferman from King of Queens. Oh, wow, cool. Enemy Clay says that. He's a super trooper. Okay, I was thinking from King of Queens. Okay, he's a Hefferman on there too. So that's cool. Oh, shoulder had fallen off. I'm bringing back in. That's cool. Thanks, Enemy Clay. Talking about the doppelgangers. Well, you know what? Let's go over here and let's look at a few of the doppelgangers. Some of them are going to be, and see, and y'all tell me if you feel like some of them look alike, or is it just close enough, or is it what do you think? So here, Cardi B, what do y'all think about this? Her doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yep. With makeup,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Not Cardi B.
With makeup, that might be Cardi B.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I have another one. I'll bring it into the chat. It's Cardi B without the makeup, and you can see it a little bit more. So I'll bring the one in with no makeup so you can kind of compare that. But what about this one here? Rihanna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot. This young lady looks a lot like her. There's a second picture of the young lady.
Oh, wow.
The other one was.
Oh, yeah.
The last one was Cardi B.
Wow, that's real close.
Yeah, the other one was Cardi B. That's it.
Okay. What about this lady? I actually follow this young lady on
wow.
IG. Yep. I follow her.
Wait.
And she's dating Marco.
She does.
Yeah, if you see the eye in the misty rain in the fall.
So many people have told her that, and I agree. There's certain pictures I had to choose a picture because sometimes people in a certain picture look more like, So I kind of was choosing around for a little bit before I chose that one. Okay.
If they had some boogers in the eye, she looked like it, but other than that, nah.
Okay, what about here?
Yeah.
We're gonna go with
Oh,
Matt
yeah.
Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be
Yeah,
brothers.
yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't deny that one.
The Ocean's
they could.
11.
Yep, they look like they could be brothers or cousins or something.
Born
Something
Identity
very
Double.
close.
Born Identity Double. For real.
Right. Now this one here, I feel like this one was only the eyes make it a little bit different. But it's a closeness.
Not completely.
It's
Only
possible, but not
because
exactly.
the mustache or the
The
eyebrows.
mustache.
No,
Yeah.
He look
not
like,
exactly.
he look like he said, "You gotta be
But his
kidding."
eyebrows are bushier.
Mustache with the eyebrows. Yeah.
Much
Yeah,
more
the mustache, yeah.
right.
Like he said, "You gotta be kidding."
That does not look like Harvey.
So y'all think okay.
Nah.
We'll move forward. Okay, what about Julia Roberts?
Oh wow.
Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly the one that says not Julia Roberts. Very close.
right.
Yeah, not Julia Roberts.
Yeah, I definitely see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Exactly. Okay. How about here?
She got her lips to be, I think that's the girl that made her lips bigger so that she could look like her. I think I heard about her before. Yeah, I think she got liposuction in her lip or one of the different lip injections.
The one on the
She
left
was
is a
serious.
younger version. Is a younger version of Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Version. Yeah,
I can see that.
That's spot on.
Yeah, but she purposely got her face done like that.
You know, hey,
Right.
hey, what y'all do? Y'all
Hey,
do
turn loose. Show them that Samuel L. picture, man.
You know, hold on.
Oh yeah, I'm coming with those.
They'll be later.
But,
They'll be later.
okay. What about
Hey, I'll put that. Oh,
Oh, hell no.
That's Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
somebody do like that.
Maybe he can be Snoop Dogg.
Oh my gosh.
He can be Snoop Dogg.
Hey,
Snoop Dogg cracked out uncle.
When Snoop Dogg gave up.
Yeah,
That is not
or
that.
his uncle. His daddy or his uncle.
Do not do my guy like that.
But what about when one celebrity can be the
Maybe they meant
doppelganger
he's
of
shaped
another
like
celebrity?
Snoop Dogg, but not.
Wow.
Right. Now I always felt that these two
Yeah.
guys look alike.
Yeah.
They almost
Which
like
one is
they're-
it? Oh yeah.
Katy Perry's on the left, and then Zoe Deschanel is on the right. They
Yeah.
both look like they could be, and they're both actresses.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
y'all,
Wow.
I got one. I'm gonna save that one for a moment till we get to
That's
the humorous
pretty-
one. Okay, there was also when I was doing this research and I was looking at the celebrities. Now I have heard this is for a different reason. There was also the fact that they say that time travelers exist, right? And so some of these next ones I'm going to show you, they look like somebody from the past, but some people have also said that when Hollywood started cloning people, that they cloned folks from the past. So you can take it in either way that you want to take it on these next ones here. But these are people who look like folks from the past. Check these out.
I see Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And then we have Jennifer Lawrence right
Yeah.
next. And that's an Egyptian actress next to her that actually looks a lot like her. That's Justin Timberlake down below. And the person who would be
Jimmy
his
Fallon,
time
yes.
traveler. And then
Mercy.
Jimmy Fallon with his time traveler.
White boy.
So it would make you
Yeah.
believe, wholeheartedly that they might have cloned these folks. It make you believe that. What about this guy? Johnny Depp.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep,
Yeah.
someone from- this guy from the past. Check out this cat right here.
Yeah. I've seen that picture before.
Claude Ray. Claude
All
Ray.
right. All right. I can see that. I can see
Right.
Right.
Check that
The boom
Check this-
boom room.
out. Check
Well,
this
Room,
out.
room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
You can definitely see it. Yeah.
Hey, I always said I've been here before too, baby.
Maybe
Right.
even in the ears. In the
Right.
ears.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna
It's
say,
a
but
lot.
that one dude ear look like it's about to get away from him.
But it's crazy.
Yep, I can see it.
Volta.
Y'all got a trip. Got a few more. I would say the last two. Well, those are going to be a trip in a minute. Look at Queen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not so much, but yeah, she's very similar. That's a great honor or something.
Right. Yeah. Now check this one out.
Wow.
Okay. Obama. And then I see this. That's Barack Obama and some lady that they.
I'm gonna say it's not his mama. No,
it's not his mom.
No.
Okay. And then this one.
Whoa, that's Jay-Z.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how he remember all his raps without writing them down.
It's a time traveler. They say these people could possibly, it could be a time traveler situation there, you know?
Okay, we'll put it like this. The picture that they got out now talking about that's Jay-Z's estranged son. That guy in that picture looks more like Jay-Z than that estranged son.
That little baby or the older, someone older?
Say it again.
Is it a baby or someone older?
No, it's an older dude.
Okay, because I saw a baby too, and when I was
and he just got a wide nose. That's it. But that doesn't look like Jay-Z's son to me at all. But that dude right there looks exactly like Jay-Z.
Hold on, check this out. My wife's cousin that grew up with him. They're not necessarily related directly, but he looks just like my wife's grandfather.
Really?
A spitting image. With permission, I'm gonna take a picture of it on the after show, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. You don't even have to be DNA related. He looks just like my wife's grandfather, just like him. But yeah, it's amazing how this works.
Do you have a picture?
I'm gonna share with you on the after show.
Okay.
I'm gonna share with you guys.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, we're going to go back and I'll show you a few more things, and then we'll talk for a moment, and then we'll bring you all into the mix and your doppelgängers. I saw some funny doppelgängers out there, and I just thought that it was funny. We're talking about Jay-Z. Look at this doppelganger.
That might be his daughter.
That's definitely his daughter.
So I said, well, let me bring that one in. And then this one is not exactly funny. It's more of amazing.
You know,
that's right.
Yeah, that's more.
Jay-Z was Juana Man.
Damn.
Yeah. But that's more.
No, that was Jay's name.
Michael and Jenny, your noses were fine. Breathe in all that air. The hell?
But look at the similarities to the statue. Look at the similarities.
Yeah.
It looks.
The eyes and everything.
All I'm gonna say is our ancestors predicted the future way back then.
Remember that song? Remember that song? Remember the time? Come on now.
Yeah. Yes. Used to love that video. Okay, check this one out here. This was funny.
You know what?
I don't play with y'all.
I didn't see it coming, but okay.
I didn't see that one coming either.
Some people decided that they would have a little bit of fun with the Little Wayne. So I saw a few other ones that I wanted to put up that when it comes to Little Wayne.
Oh, no. Really? It was your Zuni doll.
Little Wayne.
Yep.
It was that one though.
Yeah, they did a very good job with that.
Damn.
Wow.
So that is the doppelganger.
That's a good one.
But there's so many out there.
You know when our platform blows up and we're that big, and we're out there in the public eye like that, we're gonna become memes too.
Hey, right. Hey, real quick, y'all. Let me hit this chat for y'all real quick.
Oh, you do the chat? Okay, Veronica, you okay? You gonna make it, girl. You gonna make it. You gonna make it, girl.
That spot for her again.
The Gremlins.
The Gremlin one was off the chain. Okay.
Yeah.
She's enjoying that one. Okay, Michael, you hit that check. Go back and hit that check. While Veronica is collecting herself.
That was very popular, for real. That was very
So, Shamika shared that her doppelganger is Monique, the queen of comedy. And and Enemy Clay came on. He was like, God damn. He was like, Wayne looked like he could either carry through a fence. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. This is the same Clay. This is the same Clay.
Yeah, it's Enemy Clay, but then it's got Mongoose say, what up?
What up, Mongoose?
Yeah, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat.
Yeah, but that's pretty much where we're at.
Oh man, that was weird.
Wow.
Veronica just is having herself
oh my
a good old
God.
time.
Veronica is having a great time. And
I am not fooling with y'all tonight.
Get that laughter
That was
medicine,
a good
girl.
one, right?
That was good to me, though, y'all.
Laughter medicine.
That was good to me.
Where's your inhaler? Where is it? Where's your mask at?
I know, right?
It's over there.
Oh, it's over there? Oh, you leave it over there? All right.
Well, you know what?
Oh, that was good, y'all. Thank y'all. I needed that.
There you go. You welcome.
Get that laughter medicine
You know
in.
what?
Oh Lord, that was good to me, G. I am weak. Oh.
You know what? I need a second. Anybody want to talk about their personal situations of maybe a doppelganger before I go in here and bring up some pictures and all of you all? Okay.
Turn loose, looking like Jada Kiss.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the closest one.
No,
but close
on top of the picture.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just it just don't like people say that is because
well, don't save it because we got to bring it all in. Save that because we bring it all in so that people can see it.
Yeah.
That way, it would be a situation. That way, it would be a situation where folks can see it, and it's not you saying it; they can actually see it. How about that? So,
all right.
what we're gonna do?
Hey, but
wait a minute. Let me start to.
He definitely nailed that Samuel L. though. That Black Snake Moan.
Didn't he though?
Black
oh my
Snake
God!
Moan,
but y'all hold on. I got more. Y'all are talking. Y'all's like a space game. Y'all talking the board. Which Thank
you. Can't sit down at this table. You're gonna be talking the board.
Because I got a lot that I'm bringing. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm gonna start off with you all. Well, no, before we get into you all, I was asking, has anybody had a situation as of yet with a doppelganger or any person who looked like you that it was, someone came and told you and you looked at it and you're like, oh, hell no, I don't look like that person, or you saw it or you're like, okay, I do look like that person. Has anybody had that experience?
I've kind of had it, like been in the store. They haven't told me whom, but there's somebody here in Texas, somewhere close in Austin, supposedly. I've had a lady come up to me and just start having a conversation. It's like, oh, you ain't such and such sister. I'm like, no, ma'am. Like, I don't. It's like, you look like this girl. And just started talking. Thought I was like, did you go to such and such's cookout? Blah, blah. I'm like, no. What you talking about? So I've been like twice that's happened to me. Like there's somebody, so there's a twin of me. I either look like her or she looks like me. Something. somewhere
Right.
down
I
here.
actually believe that
So
everybody has a twin somewhere, and whether they want to admit it or not, I believe that everybody has a twin that's somewhere.
Saw
You know?
someone in the grocery. Can you hear me?
Yes.
yeah,
Uh,
we can.
so this isn't about me. This is about someone else. I was in the grocery store a few days ago, and I walked by this guy, and I literally stopped in my tracks, and I just started staring. Yeah, he was cute, but he looked like Michael B. Jordan, and I literally stopped him. I was like, "I thought you were Michael B. Jordan," and he was like, he really didn't know what to say, but he was like, "Who you think?" I was like, "You look like Michael B. Jordan." He was like, "Yeah, I've heard that a few times." No, you look like you're his freaking twin. Like he looked so much like him. I was starstruck, and I don't get starstruck, but I literally was starstruck. This how much he looks like this guy. It was freaking scary.
I was told I look like Denzel.
All
All
right
right now.
Y'all know
Chris Tucker.
Y'all noticed that awkward silence that came across the room, and y'all just all how do you feel somebody? How do you feel somebody know the hell you don't without saying
it?
Y'all are crazy.
Shelton reminds me of Kadeem Hardison. Looks like Kadeem Hardison.
Yeah, it does have some resemblance to Kadeem Hardison. Yes, definitely.
You need the glasses with the flip up. Just go get your pair of those.
Wayne.
Shelton was like
Wayne.
Shelton was like Hardison after drinking a whole gallon of wheatgrass.
A whole gallon of what?
Wheatgrass. What? Like an earthy version of Kadeem Hardison. An earthy version.
I can't. It's hard to hear you.
You look like an earthy version of Kadeem Hardison.
Oh, thank you. I embrace it. But yeah, man, it's I think there's twin. I think there's a twin for everybody. I really do. Or people been here before. Like I can't explain deja vu, but it's like sometimes I have these moments where it's like, yo, I've lived this before. You know what I'm saying? I've been here.
Right.
I've navigated this before. So if time travel is possible, I'm definitely a traveler.
Okay. Well, I tell you, let's go ahead and get started with you all. And I'm gonna go into some of the order that I received the other day. So we're gonna start off with Bridget and J Hood. They're looking a lot like Jennifer Hudson. What do y'all think?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me.
Quite a look. Quite a look like J Hood. You know?
I would say that, but to me, more so, Police on the first album. Police, to me.
You sounded real low. More so what now?
I said Police's first album.
Oh,
Taste.
Khalees.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see Khalees. Yeah. Okay, what about here?
Now, the chick brings other boys to the yard.
Yeah.
I think that's a good, right. That's a good one there.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then we actually said that I was saying that when I look at Bridget, I see another actress, and it is sad that it was this particular actress that, so because she has passed on, but this particular actress, I felt like Bridget.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I really thought that there was I kept saying in the back of my head there's resemblance, and I was trying to pull it. Who is it? Who is it? And it finally came to me.
That's at 53.
You know who Margo reminds me of right now? With all due respect, Margo, Sunshine. Richie left his wife. Richie picked that phone up and he called his wife and said, "I ain't never coming home." From Harlem Nights.
I remember that scene.
Yes.
She had him shook.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you talking about Sunshine?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Hey, look. Hey, ain't that the same? That's the same actors from Boomerang too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brutus.
So she across the
Waiting to Exhale. Waiting to Exhale.
Yes.
Okay.
So apparently she got that snapper.
Real quick, here's a real quick one. Layla Rashawn was Layla Rashawn was Shabadoo, King Junior's. That was his girlfriend, real life girlfriend when he did the movie, the first Breaking movie. That was his real life girlfriend, Layla Rashawn. Layla Rashawn, I never knew that.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Margo, you're beautiful too.
And here's another lady that when I look at Bridget, reminded me of this particular lady right here, this singer, Denise Williams. And so I said, she kind of reminds me of Bridget too. So y'all remember Silly and Me?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your niece.
What is she doing over there? What's she doing over there?
Put a paw on my leg.
Oh, look at her. She says, I'm your doppelganger. She says she's your doppelganger.
Because I'm black? I'm black? She's a racist. Stop, sister.
She's just as cute as she
Wow.
All righty. Okay. Where's Veronica? I want Veronica.
Hey, I'm gonna hit this.
Hey, Miss Dixon.
Let me hit this chat real quick.
Miss Dixon, you remind me of Felicia Rashawn's sister, Debbie Allen.
Debbie, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man. Thanks.
You could go for you and Debbie could pass for sisters.
Be in that family. I could be up in there with the family. I went to school with a brother in Texas. I went to college with the brother Hugh.
Oh, Debbie Allen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Layla Hathaway. I'm gonna go with Layla
Hathaway. You go Layla? Okay, we'll get to me in a minute. I think Margo's next up. But Michael, you say you wanted to hit the chat first, right?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's my turn.
Wow.
He forgot.
We heard.
Hey, so it was basically Enemy Clay came back in. He said when I was younger, he would get on this site called Omegle, where he would link up and video chat with others from across the world, and it said that's how he found out that he looked like Jack Black. And then Mongoose say Rick looking like Lorenz Tate from Menace to Society.
You know what?
Oh, with the braid, with the braid.
I was expecting Sears. I was not expecting that.
That was funny.
Okay, let's see.
That was funny.
Let's go ahead and jump into what's happening with Margo. All right, Margo. She came right off the bat and she hit the nail on the head. This is Margo right here, Miss Jill Scott, y'all. She ain't playing with it.
Yeah.
She ain't playing with it. She ain't playing. And I can see Margo striking this pose.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My sister says when she sees that picture, she sees me.
Yeah, I can actually see you striking that.
She's
pose
so beautiful, though, Jill. I just wish I had the voice like that, though, for real.
Man, Jill has the best concerts, and I didn't think I would like her concert because I wasn't in the mood for nothing mellow. And when the label would send me to the show, man, that was like the best show.
We saw Jill Scott live
with a smile on my face. I wish I was like her.
Yeah. Then we say in-house, we have our in-house chill.
Y'all do want to go to a live Jill Scott concert? No, you do.
Yes, it's live. I mean, it's good. It's absolutely.
That's on my list. That's on my list. My wish list is the live concert with her. Yeah.
You can feel the smell of her perfume, just her presence. Like, wait, what? Okay, let me shut up. Okay, she's not here.
I remember I was having like it was a bad day. And a friend of mine took me, and because, sometimes the labels throw stuff at you at the last minute. I wasn't sure I was going to go. And I said, okay, I'll go in and go to the show. And it was the best show because it was just so laid back. And I found myself singing along and everything. She gives a hell of a show. And I think at the time that I went, I think she was either going through the divorce or about to go through or something like that. So she was singing from all the way down here. So it was a really good show. But check out Margo looking like this lady right here. Oh, wait, what do you do? What you have?
This is Remy Ma. I was thinking, does that look like Margo?
It has a little bit of a look.
I don't see it.
It's right in here. Yeah,
the cheekbone.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's Remy. Remy look good.
Yeah. No, because she's missing the dimp. She's missing the dimp qualities. Nah.
Yeah, she ain't got the dimp set. She ain't got the dimp set. Okay. What's this lady's name again?
I love her. My wife loves her. She is
Tabitha. What's her last name?
Tabitha Brown, I think.
Tabitha Brown.
Her vegan cooking. And
Brown.
Hello, baby.
Yeah.
Hello, baby. She
and
is unanimous.
I love when she was talking about her hair. Miss Donna, naming her hair Donna.
Oh, really?
Love you, babies. Oh. I love her. I love her.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, I am moving on. Let's see. Next we have Veronica. Ronk, are you in the room?
I'm here.
Okay.
Veronica, loving the fucking locks. Loving it.
Yes, she rocking the lock.
Work it, girl.
Come on, Jay.
All right.
Hey.
Looking like Tamala Man.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it.
I can see it.
Who was it? Bridget that came up with this? Was it Bridget to you that came up?
I wish I had her.
Yes. That's a good match.
Yeah.
And then
I wish I had her lungs. I could sing like her.
I didn't have the time to do this side by side with this young lady, but I know, Margo, you were saying that she has an expression. She's a lot like, I wish I would have had that other picture. She has a lot of expressive, like Veronica too.
I'm sorry, I seen her on the episode of Key and Peele.
What?
Yeah, she's a comedian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's on the episode of Key and Peele, which is
I wish that I would have the okay, I wish I had the side by side because when the picture is sent me, I couldn't upload it in there. I couldn't find this picture. Because I needed a moment to get that in there. Anybody else have any other stories before we I have to upload a few more into the system so that I can get you all show the rest of the doppelgangers. So go ahead and tell me y'all doppelganger stories while I upload some more.
I had one, HEB, Austin, Texas, 1999. The dude, because I had an afro at the time, and the brother, it was a security guard, and he was like, he had me like, he was like in like one of those carts, those golf carts, and he was trailing me, Rashad, Eugene, and I don't think Michael Lee was there at the time. It was me, Eugene, Rashad, and Brandon. I know y'all remember those guys. And the dude was trailing me. He's like, man, I thought you was And I was like, no, bro. As a matter of fact, I can build a house, and how many times I shoot a brick. So, no, I'm not even. That's not me. Man, you look just like him. You'll see when Tanya shows the slides. Man, I thought you was But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all.
I said, Anybody else have any story before I have to go back in? But I need another second just to upload a couple things because it don't upload as fast as I want it to upload.
Take your time.
So you got it.
Yes. Yeah, y'all give me a few more stories while I upload a few more things.
Have you ever like been somewhere?
I was gonna say I went to Tennessee some years back, and somebody called me Jill Scott back then, but I had like a ponytail or something in my head. But then end up that evening, this guy tried to talk to me, and he looked like Chris Webber. So Jill Scott and Chris Webber ended up dancing that evening together in Tennessee some years back.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
You know what? I want to change the order of what I like, need another moment. Is I don't want to do all the girls up front. I think I'm going to slide over to the guys for a moment and then come back to the girls again. So y'all keep talking just for a second, or I could go to a commercial.
I have an experience. I remember working at JW in Holland Mall back in like from 1996 to 99. We would replace the mannequins with ourselves. My homeboy Tony, and we would do freeze frames. And we would wink at people going by, and we would hear people saying "Girl, I thought he was real." Like, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? We trying so hard not to crack a smile. And we're being in place of the mannequins, but versus the cabbage and soul food dad body I got now. But anyway, but we were being a mannequin display, and we were freeze framed, and the only fact that we made was we cannot scare senior citizens. We cannot be held accountable for sending old folks to ICU. But that was what we loved to do during my modeling phase or ages or the days in the 90s. It's just be still and nod a head or wink or just mess it up. We had so much fun. JW, Austin, Texas, 1990s. That was the best experiences. Loved it. But I'm just trying to stretch it out.
Yeah, ain't nobody else gonna help Rick out. Rick trying to stretch it out for me, but ain't nobody helping him out.
Okay, I'm back.
Like that,
me and my sister,
pain or narcissistic individual,
Right.
But yeah, man. We had a lot of lookalikes. Even growing up in Johnston, growing up in high school, we had a lot of lookalikes. Even when y'all going to the grocery store or to a restaurant, y'all don't be low key saying, if this brother does not look like JJ Evans' dad, I'll score. You know what I'm saying? I'll rank. I'll ride. You know what I'm saying? My wife be like, baby, Rick, you have to talk about everybody? Why not? Have fun with the shit. Have fun with it. Everybody has a look like it.
Everyone keeps freezing. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Me and my sisters, we was at a funeral, and this guy came with us, and they was like, "Are y'all the Clark sisters?"
You know what? Oh my God, the Clark sisters.
They thought we were the Clark. We all of us had the same haircut, the short haircut like the Clark sisters had.
Oh wow!
And all three, it was me, my sister, and two of my sisters. Well, me, one of my sisters, and a cousin. And all of us hair were cut just alike, and it was like, "Are y'all the Clark sisters?" And they were like, "No, not this time. We the Joyners." And they were like, "Oh, okay."
The Clark sisters, the early days of the real days of BET.
Gospels, right?
Real
BET.
If it's about Jesus, it's about Jesus. While I'm sipping.
Yeah.
You know, well, thank y'all for helping me out here for stretching. I need a little bit more time, just a little bit more, because I want to put Michael next. I want to put the Michael next, and I got Michael's stuff is kind of all over the place, and I'm bringing it together. So,
hold on, real quick. Everybody, who in your family or who reminds you of somebody, celebrity-wise, in terms of a doppelganger? Who?
My dad is Tanya can contest to this. Tom Joyner is my cousin. My dad looks like him.
Tom Joyner was like, to me, like I was going to say a black man unicorn. Like I thought that brother was white.
No,
I thought he was white. Like listen,
and my dad is just that. My dad is just that color. Him and Tom, they're the same. They look just alike.
I knew like the days of listening to 1370, the AM K-Juice, 1370, before Tom Joyner became well known. It was this AM station in Austin, Texas called K-Juice, 1370 AM. And I finally saw Tom Joyner like in the early 2000s. I was like, yo, and actually seeing him on an episode of Martin. Martin. And I didn't know that was him. And that's when Tom Joyner had hair. He had an afro. He had a ginger fro. I mean, he had an afro. But I was like, yo, that was Tom Joyner back in the day. He didn't say he didn't have a line or anything. It's the fact of seeing him like, yo, he's an us. Like, okay, yeah. But
he's an us.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody else? Okay, like even in from high school, like our experience in our families. Who else can remember?
We had a whole lot of. I mean, look at me and Tanya. Then you see where it could get. And then look at Tom Joyner. And then most of our family is that color. So most of us look white. I mean,
I don't see the joint. I don't see the joint in the joiner, but like I said, I don't see the joint in the joiner. I want to see that man's face. Y'all have a picture? Upload it. If y'all have it, I want to see it.
Which one? My dad?
Yeah.
A picture of my dad. Tanya, I'm gonna send you one.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna start. I just lost the
I'll
picture.
be back. I can be back.
Where the hell did that picture go? I lost the particular picture, but you know what? We're gonna get started. Oh well, no, we don't want to. Oh, Rick and Veronica go on there for a moment. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna finish the Doppelgängers in just a few moments. So y'all, where's my commercials? Okay, y'all hang on. And we're back. It's something we kind of lost a little of y'all a little bit. You know, Shelton, we lost Shelton. That's what happened. I wonder did his phone die or something, but I got more to go and I'll wait for a few moments for Rick and Veronica, and I'm still uploading. I see Veronica's back.
They went to your messenger.
Okay, I did see something come in just now on Messenger, and I'll grab it in just a few moments. But in the meantime, where's Rick? When Rick gets back here, we'll go ahead and we'll bring Michael's whole thing in. Oh, we lost Margo too. I knew we had lost a couple people. Something happened in the mix there. Here comes Margo. And there's Rick. Okay. This dude. Let's go ahead with Michael. I'm sorry, Michael. This is you, bruh.
That is not me. Like,
That's not me. She said that. I still see it. I still see a lot of her.
Nah, that's just one of them things. Oh, he's dark skin and bald hair. They look alike. Nah.
No, I think it has a nice little similarity going on there.
You just had to pose like him, though. For some reason, you just had to pose like him.
Right. So let's see. And then the other person that we said from Mike, we said this guy a little to a degree. But Michael, I couldn't get. You have your dimples covered with the hair, so you can't really see it. There was a lot of similarity there, but you kind of covered up a little bit. So I was trying to download this one that it won't seem to come through. Who was it the other night that was saying, was it you, Bridget, this similarity to Nas? And I was going to bring that one in, but that won't come in. I keep trying to get that one in, but it's fighting me, you know. And Michael, the guy who you showed in the chat today, I did that one because there's some similarity there. Yeah. So I can see that as your.
You know what? On the cool, I would say Kim, like an older version of Mike.
Right.
Kim.
Oh, Kim. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could kind of see that. I can kind of see that a little. There's Mike there, you know. So okay, dope. I think we keep losing Margo, but I guess she'll be back here at some point. Rick had a gang of stuff that I have to upload, and so but Rick got some good ones, so I'm going to upload them because Rick does have some good ones. And I'll upload them in a second.
One of them I was very reluctant with sharing because I got this a lot because I'll be like, people tell me this like today, I'll be like I have hairs in my chest. I'm like, okay, cool. This cat, okay, cool. But then, no, brother, you look like this cat. If you remember, like, back in the day, I was a beanpole, as rest in peace. My dad would tell me, boy, it's like you look like you fighting for food. I was that skinny. And when people were like, "You look like such and such," you know, such and such. I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." No, brother, doesn't mean it was a good thing, you know. But we'll get to that later, much later.
It's coming up in just a few minutes. It's coming up. This one girl here, I'll do mine. This one chick named Tandy. Yeah, this one chick named Tandy. Well, I was always told that I look like this girl, and I think it's because, I don't know if it's because I used to wear braids and she used to wear braids and stuff too. I think we have some similarity, but Kim Coles, they always used to say that I look like Kim Coles. And so,
Sinclair.
Yeah, Sinclair, right.
Sinclair.
And,
oh my God.
And let's see. There's some other pictures of Kim Coles with the whole Sinclair thing going on.
Yeah.
Do Layla.
Yeah.
Do Layla.
I'll have to pull that one up. I didn't even think about Layla, and so I'll pull that one up in just a few moments. I actually, let's see, Bridget was saying, let's see if I can find it. I actually gotta find it. I'm sorry, I forgot to upload my own thing. Let me look here. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. I'm still uploading. There it is. No, yeah, there it is. Okay. Bridget was saying that she felt like this particular singer, and this is one of my fave singers, and I'm so sorry that she passed on to the singer Vesta. She passed on.
God, hold on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So
Yo,
I love Vesta.
Bam, Vesta. What's that one song she did? I wish it's like I wish we were in love. I wish we would have fell in love. I wish we were together.
What's that song I used to love?
What is that song?
Sweet Love. I used to love Sweet Love, Sweet Love. That was mine.
Fun.
Huh? Yeah, and I'll bring up this other picture if I can upload it here so that we can see Vesta in her prime. She did the damn thing. She did the damn thing.
Vocally,
you know.
See right there. Oh, that right there. That's like some Phyllis Hyman type shit. That right there. That's say.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings me to the next one. I asked my niece, I said, who do I remind you of? Who is my doppelganger in your head? And she said just what you said just now. She said Phyllis Hyman. So let me pull that up. Let's see. She's another tragedy that happened. You know, someone drugs, like Vesta was drugs, and she passed at age 53. I think Phyllis was only like 45 or something like that when she passed on. And so, yeah, so these are women who.
Like what? Oh God, like 20,000 men didn't want to present the bill. Like, okay,
yeah, I see. What did I'm still uploading a few things because I forgot some things that I was uploading because they were days ago. And hold on one second. Oh, I was looking at some of the older pictures of Phyllis Hyman. She was definitely a beauty, and like I said, it's just a tragic story, everything that she endured. So, if you all can give me a moment as I am uploading now, somebody tell me this. When we were talking about Rick the other day, someone put this in the chat. It was either you, Bridget, or Margo saying that this man right here reminds you of Rick. Who is the guy?
That was me. His name is crap. What's his name? Hold on. Yeah, I put it in the chat the other day. We can find it.
Rick, you got cousins out there, pimp.
We ain't seen that.
His name is Shamik Moore.
Oh,
Shamik Moore.
Uh-huh.
That's Shamar Moore, little brother.
Mike, look, here you go. Shadark Moore.
He's an actor.
You're stupid. You're crazy now. You're crazy. Okay, but I got some more of Rick here. I was actually I'm gonna do. You'll see. I'll do this with the same Rick with these two people, because there's two people that he looks a lot like when you see it side by side. You just have to see it. So let me put it here. Okay. First of all, this guy right here.
He has a nose.
He kind of has that look.
Yeah. And the hairline, yeah. The forehead.
Yeah, the chin.
Yeah, the high salute.
But then, when I saw this over here, I told myself to shut up.
Yes.
Leon. Yes.
Leon.
Hey, you know what? Look. Hey, it's what's funny. That's Rick over there getting on, what's his name, Tommy Davidson.
Oh, man.
I got the
Shut your mouth.
That's Robert Townsend. Yeah,
right. Okay.
Our heartbeat.
And then let's see. Then I actually put Rick, the other picture of Rick that he had with Leon, and you can still see that, like, he looked like Dwayne Wade in that picture. Now he looks like Leon in that picture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I've got
I started to mention.
Rick, are you about ready?
I started to mention. I was talking this whole time. My mic was on mute. Mentioned a certain hierarchy in terms of black male actors, but I didn't want to be like, oh, you are giving yourself credit. Like, nah, it's very, very, very subjective. Oh, you think you look like this? Nah, I wasn't gonna do that because okay, I'm gonna say it. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Okay. Like Brother Shelton. It was the two that I left out was Denzel Washington and Kadeem Hardison as well. Yeah. But I was like, I'm not gonna even go there try to.
You should have said it. You should have said it on.
Like I'm reaching.
Most other people see things like I never would have said Phyllis Hyman for myself. I wasn't thinking about Phyllis, So yeah. And then I've also heard Layla Rashawn too, But it depends on what I was looking like at the moment.
My sisters always told me that I look like Big Shirley from off of
Martin.
Big Shirley off of
What's happening?
What's happening? Yeah.
No, nowhere close.
No.
Close.
No.
Nowhere. That was told me.
No, I was nowhere fucking close. Sorry.
Ricky, you ready for the roasting? You ready for the roasting?
Are y'all ready for the roasting? Are y'all ready for the
roasting? I gotta show you the last two pictures, and so that's gonna be a bit of a roasting. You ready?
You ready? All I do is this right here.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait.
She getting her mask ready. That's what she getting her mask right by.
It's the second picture for me. If the first one is okay, but it's the second one that kills me. Y'all ready?
You said you got.
You ready, Rick?
I'm good. I think I can take
it. Look, I welcome this. I put myself out there so I know what to expect and know what not to expect. But I received unexpected. So
okay, here we go.
Hold on. Actually, I put there's the other one. I did the same pose.
Get back
That's it right there.
Let me hear your dynamite, though. Let me hear your dynamite.
Back your money,
That's the one.
Dynamite.
That was the one. Hold on. Hold on.
Yes.
Damn.
I found this picture. I didn't find that picture of J.J. Evans until the latter part of 2000. I would say 2015, and I sent it to my sister because my sister-in-law. Every time I see her, and I say something fly, she goes, "Rick, that's all right," because what she's saying is dynamite. I'm like,
dynamite.
She had this inside joke, like every opportunity she gives me the bird, or she say that's cool because Rick, you are dynamite. I'm like, yeah, man. I think it's get away with that. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's cute. And actually, I was just making, y'all keep talking, but I'm making another quick one for Rick because I felt like this needs to go. This one needs to go too. And so I'm just doing it real quick. Y'all, I've had to try to move so quickly with these things.
It on myself.
It has not been that easy.
I'll bring it on myself. I will.
I'm gonna hit this chat real quick. Y'all got Mongoose rolling. Cause he's laughing. And he said, y'all leave Killmonger alone. So, Rick, I'm taking that.
Killmonger, yeah.
Who is this? I'm going to if it's not my oldest son, hold on, let me go to this. Who is this? Mongoose. This is Mongoose. Hold on.
Is this your king?
Mongoose. Who is Mongoose?
You better leave Killmonger alone.
Yeah. Still say you look like Michael B. Jordan, though. So, hey, that's a plus.
Oh, my cousin. He's not new to the platform. My cousin Darnell. He's not new. You know what, Darnell? You lucky you Darnell. I'm gonna let you have it.
That's so funny.
He went to Johnson with us. He went to Johnson with us, my little cousin. When he was a freshman, I was a senior. Love him to death. Love Darnell to death. That dude, man, love you, Darnell. You jerk.
Here's one last one on the Rick page, and I thought this was cute, so I had to add this one in too.
Kevin Campbell.
Freshman year at Johnson. Freshman year at Johnson. Before Tevin got in Hollywood. I'll just say that. Before he got deep heavily in Hollywood. I was always compared to you like Tevin Campbell, you look just like Tevin. Like, yeah, okay. I'm not giving that, but I wanted Tevin Campbell's residuals. I
know that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
Yeah, and the man still blows. The man still sings.
I love that Tevin Campbell challenge that they just did. I thought that was the cutest challenge out there with the R&B male singers. They were killing it.
That brother, still, he's not a studio artist. He is not a studio artist. You don't need to edit his voice. You don't need none of that with Tevin. He don't need auto-tune, none of that, unless he wants it. But much respect, mad respect, Tevin Campbell. Mad respect to the cats that lookalikes, whatever. Mad respect to all of them. JJ, Jimmy Walker. Mad respect to all. Straight up.
So, what do y'all think of our whole Doppelgängers segment? Both the first the celebrities and then us doing our own thing. What do y'all think? How did we do? Rate us. How did we do?
I think for the most part, a lot of them was accurate. Truthfully,
No,
including Jadakiss over there.
Not all of them was accurate. No.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree.
Jadakiss,
No, so put it like this here.
Yes.
You know how y'all say, "Oh, I've always got compared to this person." I've never had that. Like the Jadakiss thing came up when I was stationed in Korea. You know what I mean? But prior to that, I hadn't heard it. So it's like I don't think I got one. I think I got original features.
Some dimples, bro.
I don't know. I mean, but sometimes. Everybody, like with nicknames, you're not supposed to like your nickname, but you get them anyway, then they stick. You know what I mean? So I guess, I'll be Jada Wine for the rest of the night. You know what I mean?
Dare mention nicknames. Dare.
We didn't leave it.
Well, something. I was seeing some things out there. And I found some very interesting stories. It was a guy who actually did 17 years in jail until they found the doppelganger. And that was the real person that committed the crime, And so there's a downside. There's a downside because people have found their person out there, and some of them have gotten along. And then some of them have, it's been more of a nightmare. So the thing is, we all have somebody out there. But when I was doing the research, I read some stories that were not so cool about finding that person who looks just like you, who might want to get away with something. Just like when I was watching the previews, I hadn't watched the movie yet, Single Black Female. And was it Raven? Good. Was it Ashley? Something? I can't remember the girls' names. But when I did my double take, they look alike on the screen, and you have to see it. It's a Lifetime movie. I actually need to pull the name so I can really say, about the actresses, who they actually are. But I remember looking, and they do look a whole lot alike. And it was a story. It is a thriller of how one person try to take over the other person's life and all this kind of stuff. So that can sometimes happen because the eyes play tricks on people. Like if I walk in a room and I'm Tanya, and then I leave and another person comes in, and they don't even have to look totally identical to me, but maybe very similar. You can start a whole new thing with that new person if that person allows their mind to believe that that's me. And so that's the kind of situation that you're dealing with when you think about doppelgangers. They can get away with a lot of things, you know. And some of those things are not so good things. So what do y'all feel? Y'all wanna move on, or y'all want to continue on and with another discussion?
Pull the picture up of Daddy, Tanya.
We can do a
can we pull that up?
And y'all keep in mind that on this picture he's had some chemo, so he was a little bit lighter before
the picture. Yeah. Let me pull
he had to get some chemo done. So
okay, I put it in my.
So then,
okay.
It's not gonna be room. It's not gonna be in the room to roast because chemo is nothing to joke about at all.
Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm sorry. I just have to send it. Let me go ahead and send it to. I go through a process here, y'all. It's been a full process.
Now that's what everybody say I look like. It's my look like right there.
Just not in this picture. Like in this picture, you can't really see it that well. You know, you can't really see it. But generally speaking, Cousin Charles, you did look like he spit you out.
I miss my cousin Charles, y'all.
And my daddy. Yeah, my daddy.
Okay, hold on. Now
the only man I would ever love. For real.
I understand. But after I show this picture, do you all want to engage in discussion, or are you all ready to turn the corner for the night? Here it is.
That's what we got.
Okay. Ain't no roastings. Okay, here's Cousin Charles.
Tom Joyner? No, more like Pastor Joyner. You know.
I thought he was actually a deacon.
Yeah, I was about to say deacon, bishop. Hey, bishop, what's going on? Hey.
Oh my God!
I remember him a little different. He was a little more fair. That's not a good picture where you can really see him. Yeah, where you can really see him. But
we're gonna close this out in prayer. And when you leave the sanctuary, we're leaving in silence.
Stupid.
Then that's him.
He's stupid. Okay. Y'all want to do any more roasting?
Oh God, no, he did not.
You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen.
Y'all, what y'all want to do on this one before I turn the corner? I actually saw something. I said whenever we decide that we want to roast again, I just want to know what the hell y'all thought about this. Let me see if I can find this. It was the craziest. Now that I'm looking for it, I don't know if I can find it. But it was the craziest thing, and I had it in my pictures.
I think that we should speak like we should.
You know what, Tanya?
Yeah.
I didn't never find it. I didn't never find that clipping about that little boy. We was discussing about how kids tell things that they shouldn't be telling and stuff like that. Oh my God, y'all! That little boy was off the hook. That little boy told his mama. He said, "Mama, y'all really was loud last night." He said, She said, "What you mean we were loud?" She said, "What did you hear?" And he was a little mouth up. And then she said, "What did you hear?" He said, ooh, right there. Ooh. She said, "No, you didn't hear that." She said, "Mama." He said, "Mama, yes, I did. I know I heard it." And I know the little boy probably about 5 or 6 years old. And he told his mama exactly what he heard. And his big brother was backing him up. That was funny to me.
Bridget, we get flashbacks. Bridget is.
Hey, look at Bridget. At least it gets no. This boy knows.
He was making the sounds.
He was darn this thing.
Yeah, Bridget was like, she got no flashback.
He was just telling everything.
at least they know what it should sound like. Rick, check, please. No, I'm good.
You know what? I saw this picture. I had downloaded this picture some time ago, probably years ago, and I said, if I ever ran across this animal, what would y'all do if you saw that?
Run.
Oh yeah,
run.
That. I say
Well,
it's
no.
real.
It's a bat.
My son is like, yes, it is.
I know.
It is real.
That's a bat.
It's like
they call it the Bismarck flying fox.
A who?
I would not go there.
Yeah, they call it Bismarck flying fox. What would you do if you saw that?
Oh no.
Run. Well, I ain't gonna sit there and tell y'all no lie. Y'all, I'll just have to lay down. He just have to eat my ass because I can't run that fast. I'm sorry.
Let's sit down and pray about it. Let's sit down and pray about it.
I'm just gonna put it out there. He had to eat my ass.
It's only Jesus gonna be able to save me out of this.
I'm sorry. I saw that.
Where'd he go with that?
He had to eat my big ass because I ain't trying to run for nothing.
It's like,
Margo, where you go at? Don't be laughing at me. Come back.
I'm laughing at you. I'm still here.
Don't be laughing at me. Come back. Come back.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Let's go ahead and turn the corner. We're going to end the living room. We'll go ahead and turn the corner, get out of here. So let me run a few spots.
Y'all think it's funny? Y'all think it's funny? I'm not. I'm just gonna lay down. He just has.
I'm right there with you.
Yes.
I'm
right there with you.
He's gonna catch me anyway. What's the point of me running? I'm just speaking the truth.
She said he gonna catch me anyway.
That ain't no food fest. I don't give a damn. That look like no.
Yeah, that sucker there.
No.
All right,
his ass big as all out damn doors, and I look up something that big. What am I gonna do? I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna lay there and faint, and just lay there. Just lay right there.
That is one.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. No. Wherever that is, I don't want to go. That's all I know.
I know.
You're not going.
We ain't going there.
When we plan the vacations, that place will not be on the list. Okay?
Please don't.
Daddy.
I'm gonna decline my seat right then. I ain't going. Y'all leave me alone.
I know that's right.
I got a funeral that week.
Well, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back for the wrap. We'll be back for the wrap in a moment. Y'all hold on, okay? Hey, welcome back.
Lay there, feed me more.
Next level driving school, y'all. You need to learn how to drive, give him a call. Okay, what you say now?
My cousin Darnell just sent me another picture of he played the character Lamar in the movie Revenge of the Nerds, and he sent me one of his headshots. Hold on, when I saw freezing, here we go.
That's your cousin?
No, my cousin Darnell sent this to me. He said, "Say it ain't so." I'm like, you know what? I thought we was cool, Darnell. I thought we was cousins. I thought we was cool.
I can't. Okay.
He played Lamar. Yeah. He played Lamar on Revenge of the Nerds.
Okay. That was one of my favorite.
I decided not to mess with you because I was gonna bring in Bookman and Nile Rodgers, but I said no. I'm glad you. I gonna mess with you, but I'm glad that you had your own, so I didn't have to bring in anything. So I'm glad you had your own.
I'm welcome. Clown. Jones is on, folks. I'm good. I'm clown.
Margo, I'm gonna remove your other one. Okay. There you go.
All right.
Okay, that one's try. Okay, so as we head out of this here show, what do y'all got coming up for this coming here week? What's going on with everybody? And this time I'm going to start with Mister. I'm going to start with Michael because he looks a little sleepy. Probably ain't slept this whole week. So, what's coming up for your next week, Mike? You're on mute right now. You're on mute.
Blackberry, Mike Berry molasses.
Nah, man, just like I said, just trying to finish up, classes for this first half of the semester, and then, continue to do that stuff. So, and just do some more writing and planning. I got some plans that I'm working on. So, once those get accomplished, then I'll be able to. Hey, y'all, it's 12:34. So my clock says 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway.
Yeah. Hey. That's my best numbers right there. I look at that all the time.
So, but yeah, just take it one day at a time. Do what they say, the slow boogie, as they call it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, that's it, man. Like, just do schoolwork, man, and then just try to, reach out and reconnect with some of my partners, that I hadn't heard from. Just kind of do that checking on people thing, and then just chill and see what the world brings. You know what I mean?
All right then. Thank you, Michael, for bringing this monster. What you got? What you got coming up this week?
Just going through, scripts, testing myself, getting apt to setting myself up for success with this baby here. The things I got going on, I want to harness it, fertilize it, grow it, use this gift, and when it comes time, because it is coming sooner than even than I expect. Just learn to it's not about living the dream. Just know what your reality is if you want it. If you want it, but you have to want it. And that's within and everything. But things are happening. I'm so proud of myself. And that's very, very important. You have to be proud of yourself first. Not wait on validation from anyone, from your family, your friends, colleagues, or whatever. Be proud of yourself first, number one, because that's all you have at the end of the day. Peace.
Okay. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Thank you, Rick, for being here. All right, Rock, what you got coming up?
Ooh, I'm gonna just keep on maintaining what I have going on. I'm gonna check into some things that I want to get into, and try to, have a good report for y'all next Friday. And by the way, everybody, happy Black History Month. It's coming to an end, so
happy Black History Life.
And everything. But I'm just gonna try to get out of this little. I'm gonna try to stay stress free. So but other than that, I'm excited. I got some things I want to do. I'm waiting on to do in a couple of months.
Good.
I'm excited. Can't wait.
All right. All right. We have a tete-a-tete in the after show about that. So yeah, definitely. All right. Thanks, Rock. Bridget, what you got coming up this week?
This week is Move Week for me. So I will be spending the next 10 days, truthfully, moving, cleaning, organizing, halfway sleeping, and trying to get everything settled and transferred over. It's about to be a long week. So be praying that I don't pass out somewhere, because I know I'm not about to get any rest.
Right. I understand. I understand.
Definitely praying for you.
Yes. Okay.
I received them all.
But thanks, Bridget, for being here. Okay.
Thank you.
Margo, go. What you got going? Come on up this way.
I'm trying to see. No, I'm just being silly. But no, for the most part, just work, a lot more work, and actually just trying to relax. Don't really have. Oh no, take it back. Tomorrow I'm doing another Free Minds Free Write. Writing workshop that they give to alumni that graduated from the Free Minds program. It was ACC and UT collab for people that wanted to further their education, and they gave them some free credits in classes. So I'll be taking a writing workshop that they offer from time to time. So I'll be learning something new.
All right. Cool. That's wonderful. I got a lot going on, and that's wonderful. I am I'm under land of stress right now. I got a lot going on over here, but it's the yin and the yang, because we'll talk in the after show, and I'll tell you some things that that are happening and what's making me happy, because as things happen in this world, I get closer to the promises that God put in my heart, and we can do the productions and all the stuff that I have coming up, the studios, and I'm seeing all of it in very good focus right now. So that's exciting to me. I got really excited this week, and I will tell you all in the after show what made me so excited, because unfortunately we are not yet free to speak so openly about things in the platform yet, but coming one day soon, we shall overcome. All right, y'all. Got my social media coming your way, so check us out on Tandiland. Here we go. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon. So be sure to like and subscribe. And also check us out on all of our other social media. Okay, technically over here, I don't know if that I see it ran on this monitor, bro. What I see it on my monitor wasn't that. So yeah, everything happens on this whole thing, but pretty soon, because I'm working off Wi-Fi, so I hope I didn't freeze too much tonight. But y'all, it was a good show. It was a fun show. I think I worked so much on getting all the pictures and everything done, and the stories and all that. I am still with a half a glass of wine. I know normally get 2 glasses, and I'm just not drinking my second glass of wine because I worked the whole time tonight, and to get everything done. And like, again, I hope that it was fun for everybody. It was interesting for me. I learned a lot this week. Like I said, the Doppelgängers, and of course, who's back the tea. We always learn something on that. Who's zooming who out there. So I hope that you all feel the same way. Next week, we'll come back and we'll do it all again. So for all of you out there who want to get in touch with us, want to be on the show or anything like that, please feel free to contact us. Saw my social media just now, but the website is Tandiland. So you hit us at info@Tandiland, that's TANDILAND.com. Or if you prefer to hit me on Gmail, you see my name in the corner, Tandy Girl. Hit me at Tandy Girl AIL, that's Art Imitates Live, at gmail.com. So feel free to reach out. Anything you want to say about being on the show, comments, questions, what have you, love to hear from you, all right? So thanks for tuning in tonight, y'all. Had a wonderful time. I hate that we lost Shelton somewhere along the line. We lost him somewhere. Yes. I was going to show the Chris Tucker picture beside him. Yes, because that's who I see when I look at him. And I was going to try to pull Kadeem Hardison, and kind of line it up there. So maybe another time we could do that with Shelton. But glad glad that we had him here too. So hope you all enjoyed out there. And also a big shout again to Miss Alexis Flexalore. And we'll be talking to you soon about coming on the show. And best of luck with your project, the remodel. All right. For all of you out there again, we enjoy having you here. And as I always say in party, good things come to those who believe. Better things come to those who are patient. But the best things come to those who never give up. I'm Tanya Dixon. This is the Living Room team right here. You all have a beautiful week. And we'll see you next time on Art Imitates Live. See y'all.
Good night.